I don't wonder if anybody can see me. Let's see here. Okay, I see one person in here. I'm still trying to get the hang of this, you guys. I know every week I'm always on here for like the first 5 minutes, just confused, looking around, trying to figure stuff out. Okay. Why is it saying that my chat is disabled? Lord. Oh, okay. Oops. All right. Live chat enabled. This is so confusing. I can't wait till I finally get the hang of this. Can anybody see or hear me? I'll mute this. I wonder if this is like private. Oh, oops, it's private. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get the hang of this sooner or later. That's why nobody can see me. It's private. And it's supposed to be unlisted. Okay. So now the Patreon people should be able to see me and hear me. So we'll wait a few minutes, and then at 8 o'clock, I'm going to make it public for everybody. Okay, looks like people are starting to come in. Hey, Chandalin. Okay, good. Y'all know the first like 10 minutes for me are always like quiet and silent. I'm still trying to figure this out. Hopefully by next week I'll be a champ. Hey, you guys. Hey, Queen of Asia. Hey, Ebony. So glad you guys can join me. Hey, Gil. Okay, good. I had it on private. I forgot to make it unlisted. I'm sorry. I was sitting here like, what's going on? You guys just left me hanging. I'm glad you guys are here. How's everybody doing tonight? How's your Sunday? First, like, oh, God. I'm sorry. I want to make sure this is muted. Hey, Dark Princess. Hey, Art Parker. Art Parker, would you like to be a moderator? We need more mods. I'm going to make you a mod. Hey, Asia. Hey, Melissa. I love you too, Chandalin. I'm so glad you guys are here. So what's everybody doing? How was y'all's weekend? I just got back from the Mall of America. We had a really good time out there, me and the boys. They had me running all over the place. I'm like so exhausted. I didn't get home last night till late. I was out really late last night. And then my youngest came in my room like around noon, like, we want to go to the mall. I don't want to sit in the house. I want to go out to the Mall of America. So I was like, okay. And I was listening to the Brilliant Idiots podcast because I love Andrew Schultz and I like Charlemagne. So I was listening to their podcast. I was like, okay, once this is over, we're going to get ready to go. So we literally been at the Mall of America all day. Hey, Fallon. Looks like everybody's slowly but surely coming in. But this weekend went by so fast. I think what I'm going to start doing, I was talking to the boys, you know, I asked them about everything, honey, trying to get their opinion. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is start live streaming on Sunday nights. And I'll try and figure out what time works best. I want to usually start between 7 and 7:30, just so if it, you know, I don't want to do more than a 2-hour live stream. Like last week was almost 4 hours. I had a good time, but that was super duper long. So I think, you know, Sunday nights are good because I know like Fridays, that's when people are getting off of work. You want to wind down. Saturdays, people are out in the club, kicking it, just whatever. So I figured Sunday night would be good because in that way we can recap everything that went on during the week, all the stories, you know, then, you know, just get you guys ready for Monday morning. So I'm thinking Sundays will be good because it's more low key here around the house and stuff like that. So what do you guys think about Sundays? Hey, above all, it's Dante. How you doing, sweetie? So, Parker, you spent the whole weekend at the tattoo parlor. Did you finally finish? What were you getting, like a sleeve or something you said last weekend? I want to see your picture. I want to see the tattoo. I want a picture of it once it's done. Because if you're spending an entire weekend, that means it has to be huge. H just says she's getting ready for wash day and doing some histology reading. Okay, that's what's up. That's usually how it goes on Sundays. Ebony says lazy as hell. What's up, Fallon? Hey, Victor. I see everybody popping in here. So Fallon says 7:30. Cassandra says I like Sundays. I do too. I just think Sundays will be good. And from what I saw on YouTube, a lot of like other, you know, black YouTubers, you know, have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so on. And then plus I know like with our crew, y'all like reality television, okay? So I'm like, I don't want to do it like on a Wednesday or Tuesday because then I got to compete with y'all watching Black Ink Crew and Love and Hip Hop this and Love and Hip Hop that. So I'm like, you know what? Sundays would be a good day because then that way we can talk about everything that went on throughout the week, you know, everything from real news stories to reality television, you know, just kind of do a recap. So I think Sundays would be good around this time. So I'm glad you guys like Sundays. What's up, Ravon? Okay, so you are getting a sleeve, so it's not done yet. Yeah, it's going to take a while to do a sleeve. I don't think I could do a sleeve. That'd be a lot of work. I'm just going through the comments here. Okay, good. So it seems like Sunday is a go. So we will do this every Sunday between 7 and 7:30. And hopefully I will start getting the hang of just starting up this live stream. It's so confusing at times. But I think I'm starting to get the hang of it now. Hey, Dana Marie. She says, hi, T, looking cute. I've been relaxing today, watching Roxanne on Netflix. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. I do need to check that out. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been like hearing like a bunch of like really good reviews on it. And I know she was on the Breakfast Club and I haven't gotten a chance to watch her interview yet because it's like I had to watch Takashi's interview literally twice. So I could take the notes and, you know what I'm saying, whenever you're doing a story, whenever you're reporting on something, you want to make sure you have all the details and, you know, anything you missed. So that took all day, and then that killed some brain cells. And then I had to watch my big sis Erica Alexander. I loved her Breakfast Club interview, and that just like gave me such good energy. And the stuff that she spoke about was really deep. She spoke about representation and how it's very important, especially to black people. And when you guys think about it, like when we were growing up like in the 90s, we had a lot of positive representation. Like you had what is that? The Hillman College, A Different World. And they made it where a lot of black people who didn't know about historically black colleges, because I didn't know nothing about that, you know, I was probably like in third grade, but they made a lot of black folks, you know, enroll in college. And Erica Alexander, I keep wanting to say Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, but she was even saying that a lot of women would go up to her later on in life and say that they went to school to be lawyers because of her. So that's what I'm saying. If that was positive, if that positive representation from the 90s played a hand in like, you know, just fostering people to, you know, really look within themselves and, you know, shoot for like certain careers and just be about something and be proud of themselves, I can only imagine what the representation that this generation is looking at is doing to them. And I think a lot of the representation that we have nowadays are more negative than positive. And this is not like a shot at any like the mumble rappers, because I get what they're doing. They're, you know, these are a lot of broke kids from the projects, from the hood, and they're doing anything they can to make a name for themselves and to, you know, get that bag. But even if you think about, like, you know, the Instagram models and the girls who are running to Dubai to go do, like, you know, porta potties and go do all types of crazy stuff, like, a lot of the representation a lot of these young girls look up to nowadays is on Instagram, is on social media, and a lot of that representation is not popular. And people always wonder, like, you know, why is the youth wilding out? You know, why are little girls acting so fast? Why do little girls act so grown? Well, look at the stuff that they're constantly exposed to. You know what I'm saying? You have little girls who would not go out the house without a face full of makeup and, you know, super sexy outfits. Whereas when we were growing up and we had shows like The Cosby Show and A Different World, you saw a lot of people more or less in their natural state. You know, you didn't see a lot of girls with a face full of makeup and, you know, dressed super provocatively. So, you know, positive representation is definitely important. I'm really glad that she touched on that on the Breakfast Club. Let me read some of these comments. Hey, Crystal. She says, hey, T, I really enjoy your videos. Have you ever thought about doing meet and greets around the world? Please do. I don't know about around the world. I would have to like definitely do them here in the States first before I go, you know, outside of the country. But yeah, I definitely want to do some meet and greets this summer. I am going to be in a lot of different cities this spring and summer. So I want to do like little meet and greets here and there. So we're trying to set different things up because I definitely want to get out. I want to come out my shell more. I want to meet more people. And, you know, as my subscriber base is growing, as my like social media, everything is growing in my brand, it's like more and more people, you know, are recognizing me. Like I get recognized a lot on the street, but before it's mainly like in LA or down south because I started down south. But now I'm noticing it like more and more in Minnesota, like people are recognizing me. You know, I ran into a girl today at the Mall of America, and, you know, and I'm chill. You know, I'm not one of those people who thinks like, you know, I'm a celebrity or nothing like that. So I'm just chilling with my kids. You know, I got on a pair of my little Kyrie Irvins, you know, I got my little pink hair, you know, I'm chilling. And we're like at the food court eating. And it's always like the strangest thing because you'll start feeling eyes on you. And then you'll start seeing people like, you know, nudging each other. And, you know, and then eventually like the whole family was like looking like, is that her? I don't know. Is that her? Is that her? And, you know, so I was thinking, well, maybe they recognize me, but who knows? So, you know, I'm just eating my damn food, honey, because I was hungry. And then we got up to go leave. Then, like, the girl came running up to me like, you're an old girl from YouTube. You're Lovely T. And she was, like, the sweetest girl. And then her mom came and was like, can she please get a picture with you? And I was like, you know, for sure. So we took a picture, and then I took a picture with her. So it's like I'm definitely getting recognized more and more as I go out. So, and, you know, I tend to be more of a shy person until, like, you get to know me and stuff like that. Like, I would never go into a situation like, I am Lovely T. I am here. Like, that's not my personality. So I'm just, you know, trying to come out my shell more, work on my anxiety. And then once I do that, I think it'll be easier for me to do, like, meet and greets and stuff like that. But I definitely love just meeting people on the fly, meeting people randomly, because it comes out just very sincere. And, again, it's about the energy that you put out there. And I've never had nobody come up to me, cuss me out, or be like, you know, I'm about to do. I don't put that energy out here, and I don't have that type of demeanor where you could just come up to me and just pop off any type of way, because that's not even how I carry myself. So anytime I've been out, anytime I've met people, it's been nothing but like literally hugs and love and pictures. So that just means a lot to me, and that definitely keeps me humble. So once I like master meeting people in the States, then maybe we'll go around the world. I don't know. Let me see these other comments. So Ebony said Roxanne was good. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. Y'all know I'm a big Netflix fan, hoodie. I don't give a damn what Monique says. I will not be disconnecting my Netflix, okay? Thank you. So I will be watching Roxanne. I'm going to try and catch it this week. So let me see. Quinta Miller says, Sunday works for me. I'll pop in as soon as I get home from work. Okay, good. I'm so glad Sundays is working for everybody. And that's what my boy said, too. Like, you should just do it Sundays, because the more popular YouTubers, I'm like, dang, your mama ain't popular. People running up to me at the mall. You know, he's like, the big YouTubers, they do their stuff during the week. You need to do yours on Sunday, you know, so that way you can cover everything that happened during the week. I was like, you know what, son? That's a great idea. Let's see here. So Ebony says, "Oh my God, yes, that's what I keep saying to others. I believe that's why Black Panther did such numbers." Exactly. Representation is very important, and when people can see themselves, especially in a positive light, people are going to gear towards that. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks are tired of Black people always being seen as whores, pimps, drug dealers. Anything negative has been attached to Black men and women. So yes, that's exactly why Black Panther did so good, because for once we're the heroes. For once we're the scientists. We're the brainiacs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can like break it down esoterically and say, there was like black on black fighting, and Chala was a coon and all this stuff that I've heard on social media. But with all of that being said, it was still positive representation of Black people. And I think that's why a lot of people, especially Black people, flock to that film. So Cassandra says, "Yes, T, I feel everyone talks about there's no representation now, but there were amazing Black leaders and characters during the 80s and 90s. I wish we still had that now." Yep, that's the truth. Ebony says, "The best representation we had so far, but we need more. I think it's coming soon, though." Ravon says, "T, what do you think about kids marching in Washington and other cities for stricter gun laws?" I saw that, and I think it's a good thing. I love seeing, especially young people, exercise their freedom of speech. And, a lot of people are saying, oh, they're only doing this, because they want attention and everything else. And I don't think it's about attention. You had 17 kids who went to school one morning and who never came back home to their parents. So it's a lot deeper than just wanting attention. You have kids right now who are literally scared to go to school. My son's old school in LA, they literally just caught a kid who was going to come up there with AK-47s and shoot up the school. He was threatening people, and my son went to school with him freshman year because he did freshman year out in LA. And he said this kid was always weird, always strange, so he was arrested. And then now recently there was another kid who was threatening to shoot up the school that they're at now, so it's very, very scary. Like, these are real, and you have a lot of kids who are ticking time bombs. You have kids who are bullied. You have kids who are depressed. You have kids who have access to all types of, firepower that wasn't even around 10, 15 years ago, and we live in a day and age where it's like people have, infamy and being famous misconstrued. It's like, if I can't be famous for something positive, then let me go on infamy. And that's just part of that social media culture, just like with everything that went down in Texas. This man was steadily planting bombs because every time a bomb went off, he was trending on social media. Everybody was talking about it. And like I said, had he not detonated that bomb and killed himself, he would have kept on going until he was caught. So I think it's great that those kids are marching in Washington, D.C. Killer Mike. He was trending yesterday, okay? And basically, Killer Mike was trending because he's standing up for the NRA, and he's saying that, he wants rights to his guns, and, he was speaking on behalf of the NRA, and a lot of people were really pissed off. I only got to watch a small snippet of the video. I didn't get to watch everything, so I don't want to speak on it in its entirety, but it was trending, and folks were, like, going off on him, calling him a coon, like, how you gonna take it for the NRA? You're a smart, dumb nigga. Like, folks were really going off on him. And somebody made a really good point to Killer Mike. Where was the NRA when my homeboy, Philando Castile, that I went to school with, okay? We went to school together, so this is bigger than just a headline for me. He graduated 2 years after I did. Where was the NRA to speak up on him? He was a legal gun owner, okay? He did everything right in that situation, and we had to bury him. You know what I'm saying? So why didn't the NRA speak up about that? But yet, and still, Killer Mike is talking on their behalf and, siding with them. Now, me and my homeboy had a real long conversation yesterday, and we were talking about Philando Castile. We all went to the same high school together, and my homeboy's licensed to carry, and he was telling me, just why he carries and, the safety precautions. And he was saying that if when you have a gun on you, if it changes the person you are, then you don't need to be carrying. If you won't do the same thing to somebody with your fist or with the physical fight, then you don't need to carry a gun. And that's where some of these police officers had it misconstrued. You had some police officers who were like, I don't need this gun. I'll go with you, toe to toe. But then you have other people, once they have that gun, it gives them some type of power. And that's what my homeboy is telling me yesterday, that, that's what people have to decide within themselves. Do you need to carry? You know what I'm saying? Because I had been thinking about it and getting a gun and, going to the gun range. And he's like, I'll take you. But I know me, I have such a sweet disposition. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I ever got into a situation, will I be able to pull out a gun and shoot somebody? Because when you pull out that gun, you have to be prepared to take somebody's life. So I understand both sides of the arguments. I understand wanting to defend yourself. Like, I get it. I don't feel like, people's guns should be taken away, because if the people don't have their guns, then the government can kind of come in and do anything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's my tin hat going off. So I don't believe that people should be stripped of the Second Amendment. But there has to be, I don't know how to fix. I don't want to come on here and act like I have the solutions. I don't. But there has to be something that we have to do, because these guns are getting into the wrong people's hands, and they're killing our children. Not just the people that died at that school, but on the street every day. I mean, look at Chicago, look at New York, hell, Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? The death toll is steadily rising with people just taking people's lives over foolishness. So, I mean, it's a crazy debate, but I'm glad those babies are out there marching. You know what I'm saying? They need to have their voices heard. Let me go ahead and read these comments. I'm over here preaching, honey. Hey, Kellen. A lot of folks are coming in here. Hey, male sensitivity. I would like to know more about Killer Mike's reasoning. Yeah, you got to watch the video. Like I said, I only watched a few seconds because then I had to get on to something else. But I'm going to research it more, and then I'll probably do a video about it this week. Because folks were like going off on him. It was really crazy yesterday when he was trending. I thought he had dropped a new damn album. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Killer Mike got some new music. And then when I clicked on the trending topic, I was like, okay, guess not. Shit, they was dragging him by his bald head, honey. Let's see here. So Jazzy says, I think if it came down to your kids, you would find a way. Yeah, you're right. You'll pull it out of yourself when it comes to fight or flight, and if it comes to like surviving and trying to protect yourself, yeah, what I'm saying, you'll do it. But then it's also that guilt, because I know people who have shot people in self-defense. They still carry that guilt, because you got to realize, like, the soul is a powerful thing, and when you take somebody's life, it still eats away at you. You know what I'm saying? It's still something that eats away at you. That's why a lot of killers, if you have big homies who have like, did time, whether did they dirt, they're never the same after they kill people. Not trying to tell nobody's business, but we grew up in the hood. So we were friends with not only the victims, but also the killers. And even some people who I know did like 10, 15 years for a murder, and they're out now. They're just not the same mentally. It takes something out of you when you take a life. It really does. Like that one dude, the dude in Chicago, the one that's like transgender now, I did the video about him. You see how crazy he was? So that's how I'm looking at it. It's not so much like, can I take somebody's life if my life is in danger? Yeah, anybody can pull a trigger, but it's just those things that come with that. It's a lot that comes with that. And, for me, like psychologically, would I be able to deal with that? I don't know. And that's just me being open and honest. You know what I'm saying? I'd never get on here like I'm some, gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's just not me. That's not my disposition. But that's just, being real with everything. So Kellen says, I've never reached for mine as a legal carrier. And that's a blessing. Gil says, I was in the mill, so I've already been locked. And I have no problem defending me or mines. Yep. One question, who is organizing these marches? I'm not sure who is organizing the marches. Do y'all know? Y'all can write it in the comment section. I'm really not sure. Hey, Jamia. She says, hello from New Jersey. Why do I always say New Jersey like that? People be cracking up like, why do you pronounce New Jersey with like a Jersey accent? I get it from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So every time I say New Jersey, like, New Jersey. I love the name of New Jersey. So Jazzy said, I heard that too. So Fallon says, I'm going to make a sugar-free cake for my newly diabetic sister. That's interesting. I've never heard of a sugar-free cake. I mean, does it taste like anything? Is it sweet? I always wonder like what diabetic people use in place of sugar. That's interesting. I'm greedy. I'm all like, I want some cake now. I feel like I've been watching you for so long. It's 2014. Oh, since 2014, that at this point, I'd pop a bitch for speaking crazy about Lovely T. You are like distant family to me in my head. Thank you so much, Ebony. I appreciate that. Like, I really feel like I like legit raised some of y'all. Like, I got babies who have been watching me when I tell you from the time they were in junior high, and then they'll send me pictures like I'm graduating high school, and I'm like, look at my baby, you know. Like, I feel like I raised some of these girls, you know. One of my tea sippers, she recently had a baby. She's been watching me forever. So we have a new addition to the tea sipper family, you know, and she was hitting me up, and her baby's adorable. And she says as soon as like my video came out, because she was watching my video while she was in labor, she was like, keep on cranking out these videos, T, I'm in labor. So I'm like dying, like I can't believe somebody's watching my videos while they're in labor. And then she says, you know, once the baby was born and everything, my video, like when I posted the new videos yesterday, they were watching them in the hospital room, and the baby opened his eyes. So like, I guess he's used to my voice and my music or something. So I'm like, dang, I'm raising the next generation. So it's just funny, like how long people have been with me, and I love that. I love seeing, like, you know, my subscribers and how much they've grown, and you know how they went from, you know, not being able to talk to their parents and wanting to move out and just going through their thing, and now they're in college and they understand where their parents were coming from. So it's been an amazing journey with a lot of you guys. So Victor Ellis says, I don't think the Texas bomber worked alone. That's very interesting. I second that emotion. I'll smack up the world if they're rude to you. Snoop Dogg voice, Crystal Edwards. So it's about to be 8 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and make everything public for the rest of YouTube. We got about 30 people in here. Get ready for this dang on chat room to be crazy. I got my moderators in place. If anybody else wants to be a moderator, let me know. I'm going to give some of y'all the power, so that way we can just get some people moderated. So if you see like a little wrench next to your name, you're a moderator. Let's see. So you guys have the power to boot anybody out. If they're on that fuck shit, get rid of their ass ASAP. We're not here for none of the negativity. So let me go ahead and make this public, you guys, and let everybody in. So it's going to refresh here. So Male Sensitivity said, you put out so many videos this week and I haven't gotten through all of them yet. Yeah, I was busy this week, and I was like, today I got time, cuz I was just like, okay, let me get these videos out, cuz I wanted to do some videos Friday, but what was the day? I think Wednesday I had did so much editing. I didn't go to bed till 3:30 in the morning, and then I got sick, so I wasn't feeling good Thursday, and Friday I was just still like under everything, and so I couldn't do nothing Friday. So I was like, okay, I feel a lot better Saturday, so I got up and started shooting and stuff. So that's why I was cranking out so many videos Saturday to make up for, you know, Thursday. Well, yeah, Thursday and Friday. So okay, I can add you as a moderator. Do you have advice for YouTube? What kind of advice? Like, what do you mean? Like starting a YouTube channel? Let me know what you mean. Jazzy J says, I really love the red hair. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me make sure it's public. Okay, so people should start coming because they know it's going to start at 8 for everybody else. Okay. Okay, so Fallon says you can make a sugar-free cake with Splenda. And I'm doing a yellow cake with chocolate icing. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Please say hi to my sister, Shanika. Did I pronounce that right? Because y'all not be butchering names, honey. I butcher everybody's name. Hello, Shanika. I think I said it right. I love you too, Dana Marie. Hey, Rocal. Victor Ellis says, how do I get a business license? It depends on the type of business you're trying to go into. I would research that, because I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get like an LLC, if you're trying to get a vendor license to like be able to sell stuff. So I mean, it's a very complicated. Okay, I see more people coming in. Christy G. T, hey, from Ratchet Ass, Florida. What's up, Christy? Andre Show's in the house. You should talk about the whole Offset and Cardi B, Offset's baby mama. All right, here comes the regular YouTube, folks. How y'all doing tonight? Macon George is in the building. That's what's up. Marlon says he's checking in from Omaha, Nebraska. We got the Midwest in the house. Male Sensitivity says the Cardi B video was great. She made a lot of good points about the need for greater government transparency. Yes, she did. She really did. Jessica says, thank you. Accept my follow on Instagram. Jessica, you should be able to get on there now. Just go ahead and check. Jay's Life says, love from Holland. Tamara's in the house. Rita's in the house. I love you so much too, honey. Twinkle Star. Hey, T, watching from Trinidad and Tobago. We got the Caribbeans in the house. Hey, Diva One. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been, love? Love Location. Hey, T. Girl, you slaying the hair. Y'all like the red hair? Thank you, guys. I'm loving like playing around with color and just switching stuff up. I'm having fun. I'm having a really good time. We have Miss Solo in the house from Little Rock, Arkansas. What's up, Javon? Hey, Michelle. Omar, I love you, T. I love you too, baby. Jefferson said, what's good from Brooklyn? Fendi's coming in here from South Carolina. It's Chi-Chi says, live feed, looking good, T. Thank you so much, love. Jamaican Barbie says, love you, T. Angel Harmony say, hey, T, how are you? I am doing good. Richard is coming in from New Jersey. Ray J says he's from the UK and he loves my show. Hamra, I'm saying your name wrong, lovely. But they're from the UK as well. Mona's coming in from South Cal. Yes, King McD, I'm doing my live stream. What's up with y'all? Lakeisha says she sees the shirts in the bag. Yup. Dr. Kemp Park is coming in from Apple Valley. Okay, we got some Minnesotans in the house. How you doing? I just left that area. I was at the Mall of America earlier today. We had a good time. Paul's coming in from Uganda. Okay. Wow, some people. More Ratchet, Florida. We got the Baltimore's in the house. What's up, Christian? Miami in the house. What's up, Roller Sparks? A says, damn, T, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. You guys are making me blush. Oh, wow. Sip This Tea is coming in from Ghana, West Africa. That's what's up. It's so many of you guys. You know, I feel good coming back on camera. You know, for a long time, I just didn't want to come on camera anymore. Because I felt like no matter what I did, it was like people were just always tearing me apart and just talking shit. And, you know, like, oh, people only watch her because, you know, she got some big titties. Other than that, nobody would watch her. And then when I stopped making, you know, coming on camera for like 9 months, guess what? People still watch me. So it has nothing to do with my shape. It has nothing to do with my face. It's my personality, my voice, and I'm myself. You know what I'm saying? So regardless if I'm on camera or not on camera, people always going to have something to say, honey. So fuck it. I'm back. I'm back on camera showing my face and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? You guys have been encouraging me to come back on camera, you know what I'm saying, and just be myself. And that's what I'm being, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving the new styles. In the meantime, my natural hair is growing like a weed. You know, I'm still taking care of my hair underneath. That's like the first important thing. You know, if you're going to wear a weave, make sure you take care of your real hair. End the story. Oh my goodness, some people coming in here. Thank you so much tonight. I definitely will keep with the success. I appreciate it. So Alex says, I love your shirt. Thank you so much. Plain Jane coming in from Ratchet, Florida. Beth says, screw the haters. I love your face. Thank you. Yes, screw them. Because a lot of them, they just mad. That's what I figured out. Like, when I really looked at the people who were talking shit, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why you're mad. Next case. In my Kaya voice, you know, when you have to sit there and, like, constantly, like, tear other people down and pick them apart, especially, like, their physical looks, that's just more about you than them. So I don't even, like, take it personal anymore. Say what you want to say. I'll be black as hell. I'll be nappy-headed. I'll be a weave wearer, a hair hat. You know, I'll be all that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the internet. People are always gonna have something to say. You know, I'm me personally, I'm focusing on the people who love me, who love what I bring to YouTube, who love my personality. That's all I'm focusing on. I do not care anymore about the mushmouth people, these fake woke, fake pro-blacks. I don't care about them or their opinions of me. Let them have their opinions. Let them make, you know, whatever videos they want to make. I'm focusing on my channel, growing my brand, and, you know, just getting down my tea sippers. That's the only thing I care about. I don't got time for none of the other mess. So everybody from Patreon, go to YouTube. We have like 289 people in the house. That's what's up. Hey, boards in the hood. Thank you, love. How does it feel to be a role model to young women? That's what Andre Show is asking. You know what? People ask me that all the time. I don't know. I don't like the term role model because I feel like I don't know, people are like, oh, I look up to you and, you know, you're like a role model to me. Like, I feel like that's such a big, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I never expected for people to look up to me, you know, but I do try and just carry myself in the best way possible because you don't know who's watching you. And I guess for me, I would say my kids keep me grounded. You know what I mean? So before I do anything, I always think about those boys. And then I always think, like, would I want somebody on social media that my kids are watching, wilding out and acting a fool? You know what I'm saying? So I try and keep in mind, like, not only do adults watch me, but kids watch me, and especially young girls. And so many times we have a lot of women on social media who feel like the only thing they can do is just shake their ass, act a fool, fight, be super vulgar and stuff like that. Yeah, I curse every now and then, you know what I mean? But it's like I try and carry myself a certain way just because I know, like, there's a lot of young girls who look up to me, and I just try and spread like more of a positive message than just something, you know, always negative. But I don't know, I don't really consider myself a role model. Like, I feel like, you know, Oprah, like, that's a role model, you know what I mean? Like, she's come a long way, she's rich, everything else. You know, I'm still trying to, you know, figure life out. I'm getting there one day at a time. But if you look at me as a role model, you know, I appreciate it. You know, I don't consider myself one, but I definitely appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Harama said people are so jealous. Yes, people can be very jealous, and it is what it is. You know, you can't worry about those. Hey, Sharice. Hey, love. Miss Silla says, love you, showing love all the way from NYC. Keep doing your thing, Team Nigeria. Yes, for sure. I definitely will. Thank you. Black Storm. Oh, we got over 357 people. We got a lot of folks. So Chrissy G says, what keeps you motivated to stay on YouTube? To be honest with you, I would say the people. If it wasn't for y'all, like, y'all just saying, like, y'all really enjoy my videos, y'all love the content, you guys appreciate the work that I put into my videos. If it was like, if I wasn't getting like the feedback that I get from you all, I'd have been bounced, because I got other shit I can do, you know what I mean? Because it takes so long to not only shoot, especially when you're coming on camera. The voiceovers just made it a little bit easier, but not by much. But it takes a lot, you know, because we're steadily setting up. You know, we're coming up with like different sets, me, my kids, like that whole backdrop that you guys see now with like the twinkle lights. Me and the boys put that together. You know, we came with the whole concept. I'm ordering teapots and cups and, you know, putting stuff together from Amazon. My youngest, he put that whole shelf together. So we put a lot of work into what we do here. And so it's because of you guys. It's because of y'all's feedback. It's because of y'all saying, you know what, T, keep up the good work. Or I was depressed today. Or I mean, my boyfriend broke up, but your videos put a smile on my face. I love how you keep it real without being just, you know, just totally disrespectful or being demeaning. Like, especially with everything we've gone through with YouTube and the demonetization and just all the drama, you know, YouTube banning my videos or, you know, banning my channel at one point in time, but you guys stuck through. You know, there was a point in time, like I was telling Tasha, why I stopped making YouTube videos for like almost 6 to 9 months when I was going through my divorce, because I was depressed. I was going through a lot of stuff. And I thought at that point, you know, I haven't been on here for 9 months. I'm sure people have, you know, disappeared, gone away. And what was crazy is when I came back, I had even more subscribers than when I left. So that let me know that for whatever reason, people care about me and they care about my voice. So it's the people that keep me going. You know, if it wasn't for y'all, I'd have been chucked the deuces and kept it moving. Like, for real, for real. Thank you for the $10. Who sent that super chat? Yeah, we got super chat working now. That crazy chick from YouTube. Hey, T, I love your videos. You're the mama I never had. Aww. No shade to my real mom. LOL. Let me finish my homework. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate that. That is so sweet. Y'all be having me ready to cry when y'all be like, oh, you're like my YouTube mom. You're like my YouTube big sister, my YouTube auntie. Like, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Shakita says, hey, big sis, quick question. Uh-oh, here we go. Strolling fast again. What's up, Stephanie? She said, love for Minneapolis. I love seeing my Twin Cities people. I'm loving it. Melton says, I'm calling you from Canada. Pretty Jackson says, I love you because you keep it real. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please sing Every Man Wants a Woman. Every man wants a woman to cook him up a good meal. A woman he can treat like his home, man. Take him out on the Evan, just chill. Tell me Candy don't sound like that. Every man wants a woman. She sounds just like that. And it's so funny because Candy lets stuff get to her. She done made a whole, hater soundtrack for the haters. Candy is a dope songwriter. Okay, I love me some Candy. She's a very shrewd businesswoman. She don't play when it comes to her coins. But honey, that voice, it's not the same voice of yesteryear, okay? Every man wants a woman. Oh my goodness. Roro says, hello, Titi Layo. Titi Layo is not my name. How come other Nigerians assume my name is Titi Layo? My name is Temi Tope. That's where the T-I comes from. It comes from the Temi. I swear every Nigerian person thinks my name is Titi Layo. That's like the funniest thing. Sierra said, tea sippers unite. I gotta sip some water. Shameless plug. Get a coffee mug, teacup, whatever you want to call them. They're available. I'm loving my conspiracy hat design. Jen is the bomb. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody just donated me $100. Yo, Chemo, thank you so much. I'm like in shock right now. He says, you're an absolutely beautiful young woman with a beautiful spirit. I love your commentary. Stay strong, queen. Oh, don't make me cry, y'all. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. It really does. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because y'all don't have to. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. That just caught me so off guard. Oh my gosh. Y'all keep asking about my news channel. I talked about it last week about where my news channel went to. They basically demonetized the channel and it's just too much work to resubmit everything. So I'm just focusing on lovelyti2002. Dark Princess says, damn, Yo Chemo. Everybody's like, damn, shout out to Yo Chemo, Maimoto. I hope I'm saying your name right. Sheila Dickinson says, hello, lovely. You look beautiful. Thank you so much, sis. Tamara Martinez. What's up, girl? Oh, we got another super chat from Frugality. I've been watching for a long time. This is the least I can do. I love your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. There's so many comments in here. I'm like trying to like read through everything. Hey, Mooch Angel. Tico says, I'm actually glad I caught your live stream. Yes, and I'm going to start doing it more. What's up, Devin? Devin says, proof of how much we love you. Yes, I appreciate it. And I love you guys, too. Like, I swear, like, to me, like, the tea sippers are family. What's up, Mustang Gang? I'll send you the title for my car. Don't be in the comment section talking mess. Send me that title. I'm always looking for a new whip. No, like, honestly, like, I feel like my YouTube family is like family. Like, I'll notice, like, people will get mad. Like, they'll come to my comment section like, oh, why do y'all be telling her she's pretty? Or why do y'all be like, I love you? Y'all are so sappy in here. But you got to realize, like, everybody don't have a significant other. Shit. Nobody tells me that they love me besides you guys. You know what I'm saying? I can barely get my damn kids to tell me that they love me. Because you know how kids, like, once they get to a certain age, they act like they can't tell you certain things. But when I come to my comment section, people are like, oh, I love you, T. Like, I don't hear that. I ain't got no man. So ain't nobody telling me that they love me like that on a regular basis. But you guys tell me that. And that means a lot to me. So I love love you guys too. So sorry if my comment section gets sappy at times, but I figure people who get mad about the sappiness, they're just miserable people any damn way. Because how you gonna get mad because people are showing each other love in the comment section? Like, that's like the weirdest thing to me. But I appreciate you guys, for real, for real. LOL, a Grammy though. I wish I could sing. I really wish. If there's one thing I wish I could do is sing. I've always wanted to be able to sing, but I can't, honey. The only thing I can do is say, every man wants a woman. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh my goodness. Jern says, T, you are hella pretty. I swear to God, you is. Can I have your number, please? You know what? Okay, this is the thing with the guys. Y'all talk all this mess. Y'all be like, oh, T, you're pretty. I want to holler at you, but y'all don't be reaching out to me. Like, find a way to reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? There are ways. If you're really serious about, you know what I mean? Trying to holler. Thank you, Moni Stacks. I appreciate it. Look at my MacBook acting a fool. It done blew up the chat. Okay, there we go. You know, Mac, if you like swipe any type of way or like hit the thing or like just blow up. Sensitive Mac. So Chris says you and Phil of Five Show should do a show together. We've done like one video together when we went to the Man March. It would depend because we have two different channels. That's my big bro. Now I talk to Phil all the time. We talk at least a few times a month, but we have two different platforms. So it really have to depend on the topic. He ain't trying to talk about no reality television. So it's gonna like really depend. But I love Phil though. He's a good brother. He really is. Jason Ford said, today I got time cuz currently at work. I know that's right. I remember them days sneaking in at work to the bathroom to watch stuff. And oh my goodness, I remember one time my manager was like, we've been recording you for the past hour and, you're sitting in Ox. You're not taking any phone calls. But when we look at your screen, you're watching, YouTube videos. So I used to be getting in trouble all the time for like sitting there watching YouTube videos and stuff like that at work. So that's why I be cracking up when y'all be like, I got a notification. T, I'm in the bathroom watching you right now. I'll be like, oh my God. Like, please don't get fired. Trying to watch my videos. Like, they'll be here after work. I think that's awesome. Redefining her story. Thank you so much. She said, not much, but I love your conversation. No, I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. So thank you so much because you didn't have to. So thank you. King Curtis Ray says, I love you, T, my Leo sister, Queen of T, Wendy Williams of YouTube. Thank you, Leo in the house. Now, you're about to start another Zodiac war. Like, every time somebody brings up Leo, here comes Aquarius. It's Pisces month. Happy birthday to the Pisces out there. Y'all know how I feel about Pisces. And somebody got really mad because I kind of went in on Pisces like a few live streams ago, and they were like legit hurt. Because I said Pisces is the worst sign in the Zodiac, and they were like really upset. But I say that because my ex-husband is a Pisces. So, of course, I feel some type of way about Pisces. That don't mean that you're the worst, but, from what I went through, I feel like they're the worst sign. But Leos are dope, though. I don't care what nobody says. Robo says, I'm binge watching your videos just in case they get pulled down. Thank you. What's up, Dre Sean Allen? What's up? He's waving. Bruno Mars, thank you, T, for saying, oh, hold on. Something about Bruno Mars. Let me try and scroll back up. This thing is moving so fast. Okay, Bruno Mars, thank you for saying that Serene Sensei had good points because she's out here being pro-black for years. Yeah, I don't really know her. I've seen like a few of her videos pop up every now and then. But yeah, that Bruno Mars situation was a trip. I mean, that whole was the grapevine. That interview went viral. I mean, even like the mainstream media was talking about that. So they definitely got a reaction from that. But I'm still a Bruno Mars fan. I like his music. And oh my God, the other day, when I tell you I woke up at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm reading my comments from my Ray J and Princess video. And you guys were dragging me because I said that Ray J, I'm like, he's such a good singer. He's so talented. And people were like, T, you're bugging. Like, Ray J? And then when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I think I was just a bit too hyped. Because when I thought, I'm like, what song do you listen to with Ray J? And I'm like, One Wish is my song. And I get like that, where like, I'll listen to like a song that I really like from an artist, I'm like, they're like the best singer in the world. And it's like, can you name another really good Ray J song? And I couldn't. And I had to ask myself, would you go see Ray J in concert? And I wouldn't. So no, he's no Luther Vandross. So thank y'all for bringing me back down to reality. Because I think I was a bit too hyped in that video. I'm like, he's such a good singer and songwriter. Like he was Luther Vandross. So that was so funny to me. But I like Bruno Mars. He's talented, you know what I'm saying? But the people on that panel, they made a lot of good points too as well. And it is sad that a lot of, black musicians don't get the same shine as a lot of other, races of musicians for doing the same type of music. And that's just facts. It just is. So Brandon says, hey T, I've been watching you for 3 years now. I love you, EXO. Love you too, baby. Andre says you should start doing Love and Hip Hop reviews this season. Love and Hip Hop ATL is going to be good. I'm so over Love and Hip Hop. Like, y'all just don't know. I barely got through the season of Miami. I was over Miami after a while. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was over Amara La Negra as well. Okay. Dark skin, whatever. I was over just the constant crying and the constant complaining, and it's like, where's the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, the storylines were just getting old, and it was just too many people to keep up with. Like, the whole Love and Hip Hop franchise just needs to be revamped. Like, I was just so over it. Love and Hip Hop ATL, I caught it the other night. What's his name? Kirk is a father. Of that girl who came up with that side chick song. So the baby ended up being his, which nobody's surprised because her baby and their young baby Carter look just alike, but it just makes me mad because, like I always tell y'all, that's what happens nowadays is that, we live in a society, they sit there and they embrace infidelity, they embrace cheating, being faithful to one person. It's almost seen like, oh, like you really faithful to that person. You just trying to be it's almost seen as it's whack in society. But these are the consequences of, having side chicks and, having side dudes. And that's what Kirk got himself into. Now he done got this young girl pregnant. She's about to hit his ass up for child support and everything else. And now his marriage with Rashida has crumbled. So these are real consequences of people stepping out on their marriage. And it's a real hurtful situation. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. So, people be like, oh, that shit must have happened to you because you be so angry when you talk. But, I mean, it's not that I'm angry. I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling. So I'm going to always, speak against the whole side chick culture. It's not cool. You know what I mean? Breaking up marriages and shit like that. And I don't just blame the females. I'm not that type of chick where I'm like, oh, it's just, F the side chick. Nah, F the dude too. It takes two people to ruin a relationship. So I don't think you can just blame the other woman or the other man. You also have to blame that person in that relationship. It takes two. Just like with the whole Aubrey O'Day situation with her cheating with Donald Trump Jr. She knew that man was married. She knew he had a child on the way, but she didn't care, and neither did Donald Trump Jr. So while people were going off on Aubrey O'Day, that's cool. She deserves, in my personal opinion, to be slut shamed. But guess who else deserved to be slut shamed? Donald Trump Jr. He should have been slut shamed as well because he stepped out on his wife. That was his marriage, and he totally disrespected that. But he didn't get as much backlash as Aubrey O'Day, so I didn't respect that. So that's why in my video, I held both their asses accountable. Male Sensitivity, thank you so much, love. He says, keep up the great content. I definitely will. And make sure you come to my tea party. I'm throwing a tea party here in a few weeks, and I invited my Minneapolis tea sippers to come and sip tea with us. So I can't wait. I want you guys to try my new tea line, and I've been getting everything together. We're steadily working on the website, so it's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. I got a bunch of other comments coming through here. Oh, it's not letting me click on that. Let's see. Thank you, Lillian. I appreciate that, baby. I think my chat froze. Can you guys still hear and see me? Uh-oh. I think everything froze. Do I have to hit refresh? I don't know if I'm frozen. Can y'all see me? Okay. I think I'm looking in the camera. I think it's working now. Did y'all hear anything I said? Or did it just freeze up? Because I don't know. And I'm trying to see who sent this $10 chat. Nicole W. Been watching you for about a year. Love you, girl. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate it. And welcome to the family. Okay, looks like the chat is working again. Sisters are doing it for themselves. What's up, girl? How you doing? Donald Thumb. No, I'm talking about his son. His son was cheating. We know the big Donald is cheating too. We know he ain't never been faithful. But the son was also cheating. Brianna says, hey T, been watching you since I was 10 and I'm 13 now. You've taught me a lot. Hey baby. I love when the babies come through. Like, that's awesome. She's been watching since she was 10 years old. That is crazy. That is awesome. Harley Quinn says, hey, Lovely T, I've been subscribed to you for about a year now. We may have different points of view on things, but I love hearing your inputs. Thanks for the uploads. You are definitely welcome. Oh, you guys want to talk about Offset? Okay, so Offset supposedly has a baby now with Selena. That girl, Selena Power, had talked about her a few weeks ago. And she's had her baby, so of course she wasted no time posting this newborn baby that just fell out her cooch not even like a few days ago, all over Instagram and Snapchat. She's going back and forth with Offset on social media. He's saying he's not the child's father. She's demanding that he take a DNA test. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. But if you guys don't know, he's not the only one in the Migos being accused of fathering a child. There's also a rumor going around that Quavo got Bernice Burgos pregnant. Now, I don't know how true this is because Bernice Burgos is up there in age. You know, she's 38 years old or whatever. I don't know if she wants to start all over, especially being that she just became a grandmother. You know, her daughter recently had her baby last week. But they're saying that Quavo is the father of Bernice's baby if she's supposedly pregnant. So I don't know. I just don't understand like how a lot of these dudes who are like in the rap game and they have all this money, how they end up getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like, why get somebody pregnant that you have no attachment to, someone that you don't want to be with? Like, I always tell young people, like I tell my little nephews and stuff like that, you know, when they decided to start engaging in sex. Whoever you're having sex with, like I understand you don't have sex with who you want to have sex with, but you really need to think about this, okay? And this is for everybody, male or female. If you're sleeping with somebody and they happen to get you pregnant or you happen to get them pregnant, can you see them being the mother or the father of your child? That's the first question you should ask yourself before you ever sleep with somebody. Can you see them being a good parent? Can you see them being a provider? Can you see her being a good mother? Or is she going to be a hood rat, a chicken head, leaving your baby with the grandmother, leaving your baby over here, over there? So that's the things that we need to ask ourselves, not just, you know, kids, but adults too, because adults find themselves, I don't understand how somebody can just, you know, oops, I'm pregnant at 34, 35 years old. We all know what it takes to, you know, have a kid. I understand teenagers, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you're young, you just don't know. But once you get to a certain age, you know what it takes to have a child. So there should be no, you know, this chick is pregnant. Now I'm just now finding out she's not shit. Or this dude got me pregnant. I'm just now finding out at the age of 30 he ain't shit. And I understand people change, but that's why you have to get to know people before you just hop in the sack with them. So that's one thing I would say, and that's what I don't understand about a lot of these rappers. They get mad after the fact. Well, if you knew she was just an Instagram thotty, why was you messing with her? And as far as Drake, we're still trying to figure out, did that damn porn star have his baby or not? Because she had a little boy, but, you know, Drake hasn't said anything and she hasn't said anything further. It might be Drake's baby. It may not be Drake's baby. I don't know. But again, why put yourself in a you know, position, especially if you're a man with money or you're a celebrity, you're a rapper, why put yourself in a position to just be screwing any and every thought? Especially when you know that they're trying to secure a bag, they're trying to come up. Having a baby is the new hustle. So you would think a lot of these guys would think twice before they just mess with any old girl. And the sad part is, it's not even like, oh, we're using a condom and it broke. She was like, he used no condom with her. And he knows she's an industry thot. You know, DJ Academics has interviewed her and she's bragged about sleeping with so many guys raw. So it's like he knows the type of chick she is, but now he's in a situation where this baby could very well be Offset's child. And if it is, I don't feel bad for him. And at that point, Cardi B needs to decide what she wants to do. But she ain't going nowhere. Cardi B's stuck. She loves her some damn Offset. She loves his dirty draws, honey. She ain't going nowhere. Let's see. What else is going on here? Do we get another super chat? A Griffin, thank you so much. She says, TT, please, please make the design in a women's sweatshirt style too. Like without a hoodie. Which design? Let me know which design that you want. I can look and see if they have some regular sweatshirts as well. So I can try and do that with some of like the designs behind me. I'm promoting my sweatshirts and stuff like that. So it's still cold up here, so I love rocking them. Janaea says, hey from Newark, New Jersey. I love saying New Jersey that way. I don't know why. Cherie says, T, you need your own show. I am Jaden. I am Jay. Dylan says, come to Atlanta. I will be in Atlanta sometime this year. I don't know when, but I am coming to Atlanta. I will definitely be out there. Shauna Copeland says, where do you get your rings? I get them from a lot of different places. Usually I get them online on various websites, but I also create a lot of my own jewelry as well. Like some of the ones that you guys see, people always ask me about that. Like the little chain length ones. I'm not wearing one. I'm trying to see if I have. Let me see if I can pull one up. My jewelry box is like over here. I'm like on my vanity. But I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones with the little chains or whatever. Some of those I've made myself. So you can like take 2 rings and then like get a chain from like Michael's and you can make them yourself. So I'm a really creative person, believe it or not. And one thing about being a creative person, it's hard to sleep because your mind is always going. Because I can make jewelry, you know, I can do all types of like nail art designs, you know, switch up hair, editing. So I'm just a really creative person. So if I can't find something, I'm thinking like of a particular design or a particular style, I will create it myself. Even with like clothing, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes with shorts, you know, like you'll see like a pair of shorts, whatever, at the store, and I don't want my shorts to look like everybody else. So sometimes I'll add chains to my shorts, I'll add patches, I'll add bling bling. Sometimes I'll blast glitter on there just so it looks something different from what other people are wearing. So, but I've always been that way. I like just creating my own type of stuff. You know, even hair products. Y'all know I create hair products too. Well, for myself now, I haven't, you know, really done it for anybody else in years. But that's another thing that I like to do as well. So that's where I get most of my rings from. What you say? Yes, Tasha K was just shouting out your Cardi B pregnancy video, I think. Yeah, Tasha K is the homegirl. She's too funny. To be honest. Hello, T. Peace and love. Hey, damn, we got 800 people in here. I hope you guys are doing good. We've all, my God, time be flying. We've already been in here for an hour. That is crazy. But, yep, I did talk about the march. Somebody says, I'm not sexually active as I was younger in my 20s due to maturity and AIDS. I don't blame you, M. Dot. And I'm the same way. Like, people clown me all the time. Like, why are you celibate? You're such a weirdo. Guys come at you all the time. But I'm not ready to yet. Like, I want to find, like, the right person. And then, you know, I cover these stories. So my thing is because I cover these stories. Like, these stories be having me nervous, honey. So that's why it's not like I don't like sex. You know, damn it, I like sex. You know what I'm saying? But I just have to find the right person. I want to be in a relationship with that person. And, you know, like you said, you know, anything can happen. What if I get damn pregnant? You know, is he going to be able to take care of me and this baby and stuff like that? I just can't be out here just having just willy-nilly sex, okay? So that's just my thing. So I get what you mean when you say, like, as you get older, you just become, like, more conscious and more aware of stuff, you know. And for me, I had to be in a relationship. And until I can find the right person to be in a relationship with that I trust with my heart and my soul and all that stuff, I'm cool right now. You know what I'm saying? But feel free to send me them pee pics. Okay, let me stop. Do y'all know, like, dudes really still be out here sending their pee pics? There's been this, I remember one time on my Facebook fan page, it was so funny. Let me know if y'all remember this. There was a dude on my Facebook fan page. He posted his peen on the wall. He didn't think that nobody else could see it. I guess he thought that the wall was just privated where I could see it. So he's on there just posting his peen pics. And all of a sudden, like, all the dudes was coming on there like, dude, do you know we can see this shit? Why are you posting this on her fan page? And people started roasting him like, dude, like, you might want to send her a private message. Like, who the hell posts their peen on her wall? And he got so embarrassed, he deleted that shit. He deleted it and he unfollowed my page. So stuff like that just makes me laugh. Oh my goodness. Optimistic said, what up, T? Keep up the great work. Love your vids. Thank you so much. Lavette Ewing, are you going to sell any of your jewelry that you make? No, I really don't really sell anything. I don't know. I mean, if I can work with like a jewelry manufacturer, I definitely would put out some jewelry because I be having some like really dope concepts. But I haven't thought of selling them. But maybe I can. it's just a lot of work, like between editing and I'm trying to get this T line together, you know. But I would love to sell jewelry because people ask me all the time if I'm in the club, wherever I'm at, they're like, "Where did you get that? I ain't never seen no rings like that." And it's just, you know, stuff I make, so you're not necessarily gonna find it. What are your thoughts on 21 versus Amber Rose's breakup? Did you see that coming? You guys are laughing. You guys are laughing at my little peen stories. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen it coming. Literally. Amber Rose is the type, she's really desperate for love. You know what I'm saying? And I think as much as she puts on this persona that she's a proud slut, you know what I'm saying? I'm a proud slut and I can screw whoever and I can be with this man and that man and that man. I don't think she's as proud as she proclaims to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think for a woman, like for a man, it's different. A man can be out there hoeing and being a thought and, you know, sleeping with a different girl every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? A man can have that reputation. It does not affect them as much. But for a woman, after a while, it does start to take a toll on your self-esteem. You do start to, like, you know, second guess yourself. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with having sex and, you know, sleeping with who you want to sleep with. I'll never knock her for that. But she really wants to be in a legitimate relationship. She really wants to be married. I can tell, like, she really wants that. She's getting older now. She wants to settle down. She wants somebody to take her seriously. But the problem with Amber is that she's so stuck trying to find a guy in the industry. And it's like she's just gone down and down as far as guys. Like, how do you go from being with Kanye West, one of like the biggest, you know, hip hop stars in the world, to Wiz Khalifa, who is, you know, he's still relatively big, to 21 Savage, you know. So the next person, so she's basically, she's gonna be like the next, you know, Black China. Now Black China's out here running behind some little 18-year-old boy who's an up and coming rapper. And the thing that she needs to realize is her reputation is what's messing up for her. Like, Amber Rose is that type of chick. She's fun to have a good time with. She got a fat ass, big titties. She's racially ambiguous. She's a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong. She's cool for a good time. But as women get older, that shit gets old. Like, that's cool, you know, when you 19, 20, 21, but now you about to be 30, you about to be 35. Plus you have, you know, 30, 35, however the hell old she is. Plus she has a child. She's ready to settle down and find a husband and have somebody be with her to help her raise her child. That's why she was so crushed when her and Wiz broke up. She really wants to be with Wiz Khalifa because that's her child's father. Wiz Khalifa's not checking for her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised at all that they broke up because all of that was on some superficial shit. 21 Savage, to him, that's a come up. You know, because he's a young up-and-coming rapper. So if he can bag an Amber Rose, and even if it's just him screwing her, being seen with her, that kind of ups his stock level. And then for her, you know, he's a rapper. He's up-and-coming. So, you know, she's just on that whole rapper track again. But I think for Amber Rose, she really wants to settle down. But the problem is when you put yourself out there like a slut and a proud slut and you keep, you know, promoting this slut walk, you know, and you want to tote this in the guise of feminism, she has to realize that there's consequences behind that. No man is going to take you seriously. You know, that old saying, like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, that's not just a saying, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And we live in a culture now where it's like you can't tell anybody nothing. There's no such thing as shame. I can do what I want to do. I can fuck who I want to fuck. Yes, you can. But realize that reputation follows you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these guys are having fun with you now while you're in your 20s, okay? But once you get tired of that and you want to settle down, they're going to remember how fast you were and all the shit you was doing in your 20s and all that stuff, and they're going to fall the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? Is it right? Is it fair? No, because a guy can be out here screwing whoever, and they don't have that same reputation, but we live in a, you know, patriarchal society, and that's just how it is. You know, so I'm not surprised at all that her and 21 Savage broke up. But her time out sniffing his dirty drawers, she's a mess. I mean, at this point in time, you out here looking kind of crazy, sis. You know what I mean? She's looking like just hella desperate. You're looking like the old lady who lived in a shoe, who didn't know what to do. So you just sitting in the house depressed, sniffing his dirty ass drawers and shit. I'm like, come on, Amber, get yourself together, bitch, okay? I'm gonna need you to go out here and try again. You know, have some standards and, you know, just really, like, maybe the guy for Amber is not in the industry. I don't know if she's ever thought about that. Maybe the guy that she needs to be with is not a rapper. Maybe it's just your regular Joe Schmo. Now, maybe he's not worth millions and millions of dollars, but maybe she could get with somebody who, you know, who's a producer, somebody who's behind the scenes. So I think she might need to try that out for a while and leave all these rappers alone, because at this point in time, they're just using her because of her persona, because of her brand, and not because they really want to be with her and settle down with her. So that's my opinion. Oh my God, we got some more super chats. Let's see here. Adam Nobi, thank you for the $25. Your vid on Takashi 69 was epic. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. And it's so funny because a lot of people are like, I didn't even know who Takashi 69 was until your video. How do you know about all these weird rappers? Let me tell you how I first found out about Takashi 69, okay? So you guys know I have my sons. So my oldest is 17 now. My baby is 12. So they listen to, that's what a lot of these young people listen to. They listen to all these new rappers and stuff. So my kids keep me hip. So one day I'm in my room editing, and when I'm editing, I'm in my zone, so I'm like trying to focus and edit. And he comes in my room, he's like, "Oh, mom, I gotta show you this new rapper." So I'm like, "Okay, what new rapper?" I was like, "Who? Little Pump?" So I know about him. He's like, "No, he's a new rapper." He's like, "I gotta show you him." So he turns on my TV because I have YouTube on my television. He turns it on. And all of a sudden, Gummo is just blasting. There's this rainbow bright looking kid and 6ix9ine this and 6ix9ine that. I said, if you and this damn rainbow haired boy don't get out my damn bedroom, I said, you and him get out now. I'm trying to edit. I was like, what the hell kind of trash music is this? So that was my first introduction to 6ix9ine. Like, my kids play with me like that all the time. So they keep me hip onto everything. And I never forget, my youngest son, he's like, "Oh, have you heard the new, sipping tea song?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's a song about sipping tea." He's like, "Yeah, mom, you're going to like it because that's all you do is sip tea and talk about tea." He's like, "You're going to like this song. Let me go ahead and play it for you." So he plays sipping tea, but I'm thinking it's going to be something relaxing, like, okay, we're all sitting here, we're gathered to sip our tea. No, he plays XXX, sipping tea in your hood. When I turned that shit started blasting through my speakers, I was like, turn it off, turn it. Like, it scared the hell out of me. Like, I don't know, this new music nowadays, it's just so loud, and it's hard for me to, like, understand, like, all of the lyrics. Some of the lyrics just don't even make no sense. I don't know. But I mean, I don't knock it, you know what I'm saying? Because again, when we were growing up, we grew up in the era of, like, when gangster rap was becoming real popular, like, Snoop Dogg and Warren G and just, all these people, Wu-Tang, and you had the East Coast people, Biggie and Puffy and all them. And a lot of the adults were like, this is trash music, this is horrible. And I still remember, like, watching MTV when I was a kid and watching them bulldoze, Snoop Dogg and Eazy-E and NWA CDs and stuff like that. Like, I remember that as a kid. So I always said to myself, I never want to be that type of adult that knocks the type of music that the next generation listens to. I think for me, I would rather talk to this generation and talk to them about this stuff and let them know, like, the difference between what they're saying in their music versus reality. Because people can say anything in their music, you know what I mean? But what are they really perpetuating and what are they really about in real life? And that's where you get that whole studio gangster culture. People get mad at Tekashi 6ix9ine, like, oh, he's not really a blood, he's not really a gangbanger, he's just perpetuating this lifestyle. But let's keep it real. Ice Cube did the same thing. So it's like, so for me, I find it hypocritical. Like, so many people are mad at him putting on this persona, but Ice Cube didn't grow up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in the valley. He had two parents. He never lived that gangbanger lifestyle, but that's what he wrote about. That's what he perpetuated through his music. So Tekashi 6ix9ine and all these new mumble rappers, they're not doing anything that people in the 90s didn't do. Like, a lot of the older generation, I now understand nostalgia, because I'm a very nostalgic person. But I think a lot of us have this nostalgia that everything in the 90s was just so, pure and fresh and pristine. There's a lot of trash-ass rappers and singers in the 90s, too. Like, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of one-hit wonders in the 90s as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's just this generation's time. For me, I prefer music with lyrics. I prefer listening to a J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar over Tekashi 6ix9ine, but I won't knock him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a huge fan of Uzi Vert, but there's some of his music that my kids have played for me. I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. But if I'm in my car driving, am I going to be like, oh, I want to listen to Uzi Vert? Or am I going to, go into my car and try and listen to, like, Kendrick Lamar? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you don't have to like these new age rappers, but I don't have the time or energy to sit here and just bash little kids. Like, these kids are literally like my kids' age. So I'm not going to sit here and keep going at some children. That's what they're into. it's this new generation. Social media is pushing this wave. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Academics definitely helped to do that. And I know DJ Academics, he gets a lot of flack from people like, oh, he's putting on these trash rappers, and if it wasn't for Ac, we'd never know who these people were. He's foul for that. But DJ Academic has tapped into something, and I can't knock him for that. He understands this social media generation. He gives up and coming, rappers a chance, and they end up blowing up. Sometimes off of his platform and sometimes not off of his platform, but I can't do nothing but respect that. So we just all have different tastes in music. If you don't want to listen to it, don't. But I'm glad that you like my Tekashi 6ix9ine video, and I'm glad that I can talk about it from like a real point of view and not just a bashing point of view, or not just I'm a 90s hip hop head, so your music sucks and I'm better than you. Anytime you talk down to this generation condescendingly, they just shut you out and they don't listen. So I think you have to come at it a different way with the youth, in my personal opinion. It's a bunch of comments in here. Let me see. Who else? Somebody else just donated. I'm trying to read all these super chats. I think my thing is frozen again. Yeah, the chat room is frozen again. It's so weird. Okay, I think it's about to refresh. There we go. So Lachey Whitfield says, I love what you did for Black Panther. Thank you so much, sis. I'm glad that you liked it. I had a good time. I would love to do that again. I had a really good time. Ethiopia, Tilahun, I love your channel. Thank you so much. Lavette Ewing says, I find myself sounding like my mom. That is the truth. Lala Farrell says, you're such a good mom. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It ain't easy. It's a lot of work. It really is. It's a lot of work being a parent. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. Devin says, I'll stick to Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino. I love Childish Gambino. It's like there's nothing he can't do. I remember I used to think he was like a twin. And then I realized that him and Danny, what was it? Is his name Danny Glover? One and the same person. He acts, he sings, he produces, he raps. Very, very talented man. Nisi says, man, this generation isn't taught my nothing. But honestly, it's not just this generation. To be honest with you, it's just certain people. Because the thing is, there's a lot of people in this generation who are talking about something. But unfortunately, they're not getting the same type of love. They're not getting the same type of platform. It's just unfortunate. It's like, for whatever reason, we live in a society now where people's attention span are really short. So I think they said that the attention span has now dropped down to 3 seconds. So you have to do something crazy, over the top, to grab people's attention, to create a buzz on social media. And once you have that attention, once you have their attention, you know what I'm saying, then that's when they're able to push the music and their message and stuff like that. And unfortunately, the people who are sane, the people who carry themselves, not, I don't want to say normally, but the people who carry themselves a certain way, like, more towards society standards, they get no love anymore in the industry. And it's really sad. And I blame a lot of these corporations because they're the ones getting behind the Daniel Bagolis. They're the ones getting behind the Tekashi 6ix9ines. They're the ones getting behind the Little Pumps. But the kids who are out there doing the right thing and making music that, has lyrics that you can understand, making positive music, they get no headway. They get no headway at all. And that's the sad part. That's the culture that we live in. Just like with television, we were talking about that earlier, the representation on television, especially concerning Black people, is really poor now in this day and age compared to the 90s. And Erica Alexander, she addressed that on The Breakfast Club, how the representation back then, made people want to go to an all-Black college when they watched A Different World. A lot of Black women decided to become lawyers because they saw, Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, on television. But now, who do we have on television? Jocelyn Hernandez, Cardi B, so that's the unfortunate part. There are a lot of good people out here who make really good music, but unfortunately, they will never get the shine like some of these other artists get because of the drama, because of the beefing, because of that social media push. So Wood South says, I listen to 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s. I love that too. Nope, Biggie sure didn't. I am not going to bring back real rappers, Black Storm. Yeah, I wish we could. But unfortunately, it's social media driving this generation's music. It just is. Art Parker says there's a lot of good artists out now that people don't know about. There's so many underground people, that make decent music, but they don't get that same shine. That's why I feel like, some of it is an agenda. Some of it is because, I mean, think about the whole Daniel Bagoli, and I know her fans always be like, you're hating on her, you're hating on a child, and it's like, get the hell out of here. Nobody's hating on this little white girl. But it's upsetting because this girl was on Dr. Phil for being bad, for not listening to her mother, for putting her hands on her mother, for being disrespectful. And she has literally become a millionaire off of her bad behavior. She was signed to Atlantic. She's able to pay off her mother's house. I'm not going to knock nobody getting their bag, but damn, why is that the only way for people nowadays to get a bag is to act a fool? Meanwhile, the kid who's doing the right thing, okay, who's going to school, who's not out here in juvenile detention centers and going to jail and putting their hands on their mother, you know what I'm saying? But maybe they want to dabble in music or they want to dabble in acting. It's like, they can't get a break in life. But the ones who are just doing, the most ratchet, horrible shit, they get pushed by the industry. So that's why I feel like some of these people are being forced on folks, as some type of agenda. Call me a damn conspiracy theorist, but that's how I feel. I feel like, for her to get signed to Atlantic Records and for her music to to chart as far as it did and to go viral, there's a machine behind that. Meanwhile, you have real people who produce music, who mix, who master. They can't get a break. So you can't tell me that they're not purposely trying to dumb down, our kids. That's why you have to talk to your kids. You still have to, feed them information and feed them knowledge. Don't let them just listen to damn Tekashi 6ix9ine all day and think that that's how the world is. You still got to sit and have conversations, real world conversations with your children about what's going on in the real world outside of social media. And unfortunately, you have some children, they don't have any type of role models, no type of guidance, no adults they can talk to. So all they have is social media. All they have are these social media personalities, are these rappers, and that's why they go so hard for them. They go harder for some of these rappers on SoundCloud than their own family. But that's because their own family's not really there for them. Hey, Tyrone Demas, Christopher. Hey, baby. That is my friend right there. He's such a sweetheart. He's from Chicago. IMJ Dylan says, I need real R&B to come back. I'm over hip-hop. Jasmine Sullivan, K. Michelle, Luke James should be much bigger. Have you heard Toni Braxton's new album? No, I haven't. I heard it's pretty good, but I have not heard her new album at all. I need to. Hey, Aisha. Gypsy says, yes, her Black Panther event was awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. And it was so funny because literally, the next week after I did my event, when I tell you, some people was hitting me up so what you got planned this weekend? I'm like, nothing. You ain't got no other event. People had such a good time. They wanted me to do another event. Well, can you do another one in 2 weeks? I'm like, no. Give me some time to recuperate. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely want to do some more get-togethers. So I'll keep you posted when I have the tea party in the Twin Cities. It's going to be nice. And it'll be free. There'll be food and tea and everything else. Okay, NDG says, sorry T, Ice Cube grew up in LA, but he went to school in the Valley. Okay, yep, something like that. But the point is, Ice Cube was not a real gangster. And that's the point. He wrote music about other people's lives. So you can't deny that fact. Ice Cube was not Eazy-E. Eazy-E was really about that life. Ice Cube didn't really gangbang. He wasn't involved in that. He just wrote on what he saw. So that's the point I was making. But yeah, he's from LA, not the Valley. Moonlee says, I have rapper friends that rap about shit they're not really about. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Male Sensitivity says, this generation is so different from my generation. Lachey07 says, facts, Ice Cube was a fraud. The rap game gives me the shits. Ja Rule was trash. Y'all are too funny. Monica Cortez said, damn, I never thought about that, auntie. That interview had me laughing, though. He was quick to check. Since you know so much, this music is like a quickie hit. That's all. Yeah, it's the truth. It's just, quick music. Alicia P says Officer Rick Ross. Exactly. Like there's so many, you know what I mean, grown adult rappers who are not about the lifestyle that they perpetuate. And yet people don't sit there and go in. Like, I mean, initially people went in on Officer Ricky, Rose. But then once they're like, oh, well, shit, he can rap or he makes good music, people forgot about, the fact that he basically lied and created this whole persona that he wasn't. Andy Villa says, yo, the Valley is dangerous too. The Valley is in LA County. I lived in the Valley. I mean, I guess it can be just as dangerous as anywhere else. But I like the Valley though. It's very different. It's like two different worlds when you're like in the Valley versus like if you're like in Inglewood and Compton. It's two totally different worlds. But yeah, each area has their own set of issues, especially with the gang stuff. Like the gang stuff in LA, it's very real out there. It's very real. Anytime I go see Lonzo. And he's the older gentleman who like helped, kind of put NWA together. And so he still has the boom boom room out there in Compton. So anytime I'm out there visiting him and stuff like that whole area is like nothing but bloods, So it's just like that gangbang stuff is very, very real out there in LA, and that's just ingrained into the culture, and it's to the point where I have friends who lived in Compton and Inglewood. And when we would talk, they would tell me about like a killing or a shooting that just happened the night before. But it happens so much out there, it doesn't even make the news. I'm like, well, I've been watching, the news all day. They didn't say nothing about it. And they're like, it doesn't even make the news anymore. So it's really sad. So, while I understand them getting mad at like the Tekashis and, people for, false flagging and all that stuff, it just frustrates me because it's like, you guys know where this type of lifestyle leads. You know what I'm saying? It leads to negativity, either the graveyard or prison. But a lot of these rappers are still perpetuating it, and I don't care if he's faking it or not versus the game being supposedly a real blood or not. The point is, you guys are still promoting bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just because the game is supposedly a real blood, that doesn't mean what he's out here promoting is not okay. Like, he's acting like when he dropped his album was a bunch of deep conscious stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was rapping about a lot of stuff, gang activity, drugs, and all, he wasn't rapping about the most positive stuff either. So after a while, it just comes out to me like, the pot calling the kettle black. So now it just looks like you guys are just more mad because right now he's the hottest thing in the streets. But I don't know, the whole gangbanging thing to me is it's just silly. It's just silly. Like I get it, but it's just silly to know that people are losing their lives over something just so, just so petty. And sometimes I think about like the friends I lost in high school, and I think about, where they would be now, that we're all like in our mid to late 30s, people I know who died at 16, 17, 18 behind gangbanging. It was just so stupid when you think about, them losing their lives over colors, over something just dumb. It's just dumb when you like really sit back and you think about it, where these people would be. They had their whole lives ahead of them. And that's why I said one time in my live stream that I did a few years back. No, actually it was on my podcast when I used to do Table Talk with T on Blog Talk Radio. And I said one thing I noticed as I grew up and I, got to know different people around the country and, left the hood and got to know other races of people. And I noticed when I would ask like friends of other races, were they ever told that they'll be lucky if they make it to see 18? And they're like, no, nobody ever told me that, I was always told, to try my best and work hard and make something of myself. And then I would always think about like my homeboys in the hood, how they were always on this whole thing like, I'll be lucky if I make it to be 18. I'll be lucky if I make it to be 18. And when you're speaking things like that into existence, you'll be lucky if you make it. Well, sometimes you're not lucky. And I think about the ones who would say that and they end up losing their lives, or the ones who, okay, now they're not 18, now they're 20, 21, and they're just lost. They had no goals, they had no plans because they never saw themselves making it past 18. And that's one thing I always told myself, being a mother to boys, I would never, ever tell my boys something like that. You'll be lucky if you make it to 18. That's so ignorant. You're speaking, stupid shit into the environment. Speak, positive stuff into your children, not you'll be lucky if you make it to be 18. Hell nah. I want to see you, grow to be an old man and be a good father and a husband and, be whatever you want to be in life. Like, those are the conversations I have with my boys. We were going to the mall today and I was just having like some deep conversations with them. And I know they were kind of getting irritated because I get on them all the time about just certain things, but I just pray, like, even if they're ignoring me right now because they're still young or whatever, I just hope like the stuff I'm telling them, they'll look back at it when they get older, like, damn, my mom was right. My mom told me stuff like that. So that's how I feel about the whole game banging thing. I just think it's silly because I've lost a lot of people behind that. I have a really good friend right now. He's doing 30 years in prison. He went in when my oldest son was 6 months old, and my oldest is now 17, and he still has like another 15 years. So like, it's just sad when I think about so many people's lives just being affected and people getting involved with stuff and hanging with the wrong people and, being victims of circumstances. You think you're about to go here and you end up on a drive-by and now you're doing 30 years because somebody got shot and killed. So it's very real. So I don't care if it's Takashi promoting that shit or if it's the game. I think all of that shit is whack because I know where it leads. Essence says preach. Let me get some water, honey. Call me Pastor TT. SD says your channel is such an uplifting, honest space. The way you interact with your viewers, especially detailing your health. Got so much respect. You're out here schooling the younger generation. Thank you so much, SD. I appreciate that. Let me see. This chat just keeps freezing. I don't know if it's because it's a lot of people in here or what's going on. I'm waiting for it to unfreeze. But I did write down some topics we can hit up. Oh, God, it's already 9 o'clock. That's crazy. Time be flying, y'all. Oh, this is what I want to talk to y'all about. I wanted to talk to y'all about this last week, but I have forgotten. Let's see. MP, $9. Thank you so much. Thank you for being real. I would love to see movie reviews from you too. My friends and I love your thoughts and reviews. You are beautiful. Blessings, Nia. Thank you so much, Nia. I appreciate that. I would love to do some movie reviews because I watch a lot of movies. Almighty Coven says they better listen because you're always right. Negro Damas. Let's see here. Abria says, can you please say hi, Diamond? Hello, Abria and Diamond. Cute Kaneko says, love from Australia. Let's bring back Real TV. Love from H-Town. Hey, Tay-Tay. Mike just proposed to me. Hold up now. Okay, the chat is going so fast. I missed my proposal. Okay, I need you to write it over, Mike, because I can't find it. J-Way says, do you watch Shane Dawson? I do watch him sometimes. Shane's grown a lot. He's definitely matured. He stopped doing all that shenane shit. And I see he's letting other YouTubers use his platform now, so which is cool. Yeah, Shane's cool. He's been in the game a long time. I'm not the type, I don't hate on other YouTubers. I don't know. I mean, as long as you're not doing anything like just too crazy, like a Logan Paul or whatever. And even then, he's just he's hustling, getting his bag. YouTube allowed him to get to where he's at and allowed him to get away with a lot of BS. But no, I try and support everybody on YouTube. I watch a lot of people's content. I watch a wide range of people. You'd be surprised. Like, it's always funny because sometimes I leave comments on different videos. People are like, T, you watch such and such, or T, what are you doing here? So it's always funny when people see me like in on different people's videos that you wouldn't think I'd be at. So I watch a lot of different people. Shane Dawson is cool. He's an OG. SD says, over burritos, Minnesota has officially lost its mind. What is your opinion on the state of female hip hop? As far as female hip hop goes, I don't know. I don't feel one way or another. Like, I like Nicki Minaj. I don't know why people, like, her fans think I don't like her. Like, I've worked with Nicki Minaj. I can show you a picture of me and Nicki Minaj. Well, we're on the same set, but it ain't like we're like, arm in arm or no shit like that. But I've worked with Nicki Minaj before. Very pretty girl, really short and tiny with a big old ass. Okay. But, I like Nicki. I like her music. I think Nicki is putting a lot of work, but I also feel like Nicki's definitely insecure with the whole Cardi B situation. The way Cardi B came out of nowhere. Nobody thought Cardi B would get as big as she is. But yeah, I mean, besides Nicki and Cardi, I mean, yeah, you have Remy Ma, you have Tink, um, the little young girls that used to rap from Chicago, like Katie Got Bands, and yeah, I remember that one video where she, like, what was her name? Shady or something like that. Shady, somebody from Chicago. She could rap too. So there was like a lot of these, little females coming up, and then it's like either they just kind of fell by the wayside, or nobody's really checking for them. Even with Remy Ma, like I like Remy for the most part. I mean, I'm not going to deny Remy Ma has bars. Okay, Remy Ma can rap, but I also feel like once you get to a certain age and you're talking about certain things, I can't take you seriously. Like I don't want to hear a 37, 38-year-old mother, talking about, killing and shooting people. And I'm not saying that that's all she does, but it's just like once you get to a certain age, when, I expect your music to evolve. I don't want to hear all that rah rah, shoot 'em up, bang bang shit. And that goes for fucking Jay-Z. I don't give a damn who it is. Once you get to a certain, I just don't want to hear that because I know you're not living that lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? Like the little young boys in the hood who are struggling, and yeah, they're probably still living that lifestyle. Jay-Z, you're not. So I feel like, once people get to a certain age, I expect for their music to evolve more. But I wish that it was a time like how it was in the 90s where there were so many female rappers that we could choose from MC Lyte to Queen Latifah. And RIP to Queen Latifah's mother, Rita Owens. She died the other day. I had posted that on Instagram. So I wish that we were in a place where you had a lot of people, I'm saying, a lot of women to choose from, like how we have so many guys out here to choose from. There's just not a lot of female MCs, and the ones that are out here, it's like they don't get as much push in the mainstream. They're all underground, and I think that's the sad part. Livy B says, I love Asian Doll. She's a dope rapper. I've heard some of her stuff. People forget Cupcake Kenny. She talks about sex, but her song Scrap has bars. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones, but they're not really like that on the radio. That's the unfortunate part. Stereotypical J. Cole fan says females are doing better in the rap game than the boys. The females got the bars, to be honest with you. The females are coming hard. They actually can rap. They have lyrics. It's the guys that are just out here mumbling and just doing weird shit. Chan says, is Remy Ma annoying anyone? When Cardi B talks, I feel like I'm getting a headache. Cardi B's a mess. I'm just trying to go through these different. Raspity is a great MC. Yeah, she is. Kenny says, we love Azealia. The problem with Azealia, Davion Tanner, I wanted, boy, freak. The problem with Azealia is just her mouth. Like, she's just real bipolar. Like, one minute she's cool with stuff, the next minute she's going in on people. People don't know how to deal with Azealia. Her music is okay though. I do like some of her music. Lou Haley says, T, you are a blessing. Love you, Blue. Love you, Boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nia Jackson says, I feel like female rap is evolving, but we need more attention to female music producers. 100. Wonder Girl and Linda Perry. The Brat needs to come back. Who did you like to listen to as a teenager? Girly girl. I used to listen to everybody. And I was telling the boys today, I said, what's so funny, like when I run into like my friends from high school, they'll say that it's funny that I'm on YouTube doing this. Because I was the type of person, in class, like I knew so much about like different rappers and celebrities and stuff like that. Like if anybody wanted to know anything about a celebrity, they could come and ask me. I remember one time my friend was like, who the hell is Jennifer Tilly? And I'm like, oh, Jennifer Tilly, she's the one that played in that Chucky movie and The Bride of Chucky. And, she played the girlfriend. They come up to me like, well, who's Nev Campbell? Oh, Nev Campbell from Wild Things. And, it's like I just like knew so much about different celebrities and rappers. And my homeboy told me the other day that I was the person who put him onto Wu-Tang Clan. He was like, I didn't know shit about Wu-Tang Clan because he was like a total West Coast head. He was into like Snoop, Warren G, Nate Dogg. And I like them too. I love the Dog Pound, Corrupt, Daz. I used to listen to all that stuff. But I would come to class like, yo, y'all gotta listen to this East Coast music. Wu-Tang is the shit. Cream, Cash Rules, everything around me. Method Man was my favorite rapper at the time. And then I would talk about Biggie. But he told me that I was the first person to put him onto Wu-Tang. He's like, he didn't even know what Wu-Tang Clan was. He thought it was some type of like karate move or something like that. Like, what the hell is Wu-Tang? Is that karate? I'm like, no, it's a rap group. So you know, I've always been into like so many different types of like music and stuff like that. So that's why it's funny that now as an adult, I'm doing YouTube. I'm talking about music and celebrity and news and stuff like that. Because I've always known about like a lot of trending topics, even back like, you know, in high school and junior high. But I used to listen to everything as a kid, from Monica to Brandy. God, Tupac, of course, was like my favorite. You know, I could put in his CD and just let it play. Total, I love Total. Bad Boys back then was just the shit. I mean, Bad Boys was the bomb back then, but you know, Diddy did them foul. Did a lot of people foul. The Brat, Funkdafied. I remember when that first came out. I used to love the Brat. Criss Cross. I was so many people back in the day that we used to listen to. Jay-Z. I remember when Destiny's Child first came out and I was in dance class and we had to dance to No No No. That was the song back then. I used to love Destiny's Child. I'm still like a huge Destiny's Child fan. That's why I'm gonna always be a Beyonce fan, because like she was a part of like my, you know, high school experience. And it's just amazing to see like where she's at, like, you know, where they started to where she's at. Like she's that chick, you know what I mean? She's that woman. So it's already 9:12. Rashawn Williams. Hey T, much love from Beantown. Thank you so much, Rashawn. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, music back then, I don't know, it was just a dope era. It just really was. And you know what I used to really love? Like a lot of times I go on YouTube and I watch a lot of like old school music videos from like the 90s and 2000s. Like you know, SWV's Week and stuff like that. But what I really loved about music back then, especially me being such a visual person, the music matched the videos. Like, who remembers Positive K, I Got a Man? What's your man got to do with me? I got a man. I'm not trying to hear that. See, like that was my video. And I mean, you literally watched him going from, you know, chick to chick, trying to holler at the chick, and it just went with the song. And nowadays, we'll watch a video and it has absolutely nothing to do with the song. It's all about, you know, having the best graphics and the craziest designs and explosions. And it's like, that was one of the things that I loved growing up, is like watching the music video, because it had to do with the song. I mean, Michael Jackson was the king of that. I mean, just think about Thriller. You know what I'm saying? And you see the zombies dancing and they were just on point. He's walking through the graveyard. It had to do with the song. Imagine if he made Thriller and then the concept for the video was him being in outer space or some shit. It's like, what the hell? You know, but that's how I feel nowadays when I watch music videos. Like the concept of a lot of these music videos in this modern age is nothing like it was, you know, back then. It has nothing to do with the music. You can hear a song like, oh, I love this song. And then when you watch the music video, it's like, what the hell is this shit? So a lot of times I don't even watch the newer music videos. I'll just listen to the song and I'll just come with my own little, you know, concept in my head of what I want to see. Because usually when I watch the music video, I'm always disappointed. Kendrick Lamar is probably the only one who doesn't really disappoint me with his music videos, because they tend to kind of, you know, match his lyrics. But I don't know, maybe I'm just a weirdo, but I just noticed in the 90s, the concepts of the music videos made sense with the music, and nowadays they just don't. Oh, Positive K's from the Bronx. I didn't know that. Yup, salt and pepper. I used to love me some salt and pepper. Oh my God, Crossroads. Boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do. I love that song. Biggest Bone fan here. And I feel like Bone does not get the props that they deserve. Oh my God. East 99. I mean, that album from start to finish. I remember when that came out when I was like, what, like in 8th or 9th grade? Oh my goodness. And everybody was like, oh, they're devil worshippers. And if you like sing their song in the mirror, somebody's gonna come. I mean, it was all types of rumors around Bone, honey. But what was that one song I used to love? Mo Murder, Mo Murder, Mo Murder. Oh my goodness, I love me some Bone. But yeah, the Crossroads songs and the video, I mean, just the effect, and they had that Eazy-E effect in there. And then was I the only person who freaked out when he's like, and I gotta see my Uncle Charles, y'all, and his eyes went black? Like, that was crazy. Like, that was like, that had never been done before in a music video. Like, Bone does not get enough props. That's why when Migos try to come for Bone, like, a lot of people want me to do that video. I say, you know what? I don't even feel like doing that video, because I'm not even going to acknowledge that bullshit. Like, no. Migos is not better than Bone. I'm sorry. I like the Migos, but they're not better than Bone. And I feel like Bone does not get enough props. Like they're harmonizing. They didn't go to school for that. They weren't trained. Them dudes could rap and harmonize. And my favorite is anything Bone and Mariah Carey. Oh my gosh. Break Down, the remix with Bone. Oh, when I tell you, I done broke down a few times to that damn song. When you be with your boyfriend, y'all break up and you play that Bone song with Mariah Carey. Okay, y'all got me really reminiscing over here. Okay, y'all got me singing and rapping the Bone. But yeah, like Bone is the shit, and I just wish that they would get more props. They've been putting in work forever. Them is some talented brothers. I don't care what demons they have to fight. Busy Bone, he's gone through a lot over the past few years, and seems like they're getting back together. They're back on tour, but yeah, you gotta put some respect on Bone's name. I don't care what y'all say. I remember Jade, Don't Walk Away. I love Jade, and they had the Janet Jackson braids and stuff like that. I love Jade. Yup, Hat to the Back. Miss Mookie, receptionista says, keep up the good work, T. Love my shirt. I brought it off your site. That is so good. I'm glad that you like it. Thank you so much for the donation. Yes, TLC was this shit too. Nakia says, I'm almost 21. I probably know more about music from back then than my generation. I've always had an old soul. Yup. My son is the same way. Like, I've always played older music for them. Like, well, not old, but, like 90s music and stuff. So they know, like, a lot of, like, 90s music. Busy, Lazy, Crazy, and Wish. Yup. Man, I grew up, I wish I grew up back then. I was born in 2001. You sound like my son. He was born in 2001. Don't worry about it. That's why, the cool thing about y'all's generations, y'all have YouTube. Like, when we used to, like, want to watch videos, that's how I've always been like into like video stuff. We'd have to put in the VHS in the VCR, and then you set the timer to record like Video Soul. What else used to come on back then? Like Rap City. So then you set it for like 3 o'clock. So while you're out at school or running the neighborhood with your friends, it would record. And then you come home and you press play and you have it back. Like, I still have a bunch of like videos from the 90s. My dad has them. That I recorded when I was a kid. Like, I remember having that Raven Simone video, That's What Little Girls Are Made Of. That was my video back then. Oh my gosh, I love me some Raven Simone. And I remember recording that. And What's Up, Doc? Can You Rock the Fooshnickers? When Shaq thought he was a rapper. I remember recording that. And Hey Little Mama, why you get so funky? Like, I used to have like my own little like music video VHS of videos I would record on BET and on MTV. So that's how we did. So the cool thing for y'all's generation, all y'all gotta do is just type it in on YouTube and the video comes up. And we have to have a bunch of like VHSs with like different videos and stuff. So even though you weren't born back then, you guys have YouTube, so you guys can always go back and enjoy those old school videos. Somebody said Shy, they can sing the panties off. Yes. Shy was the shit. I miss Aaliyah, yeah. It was so many good songs back then, I swear. Yep, I remember Blackstreet. Don't leave me, girl. I wish I could sing, y'all. I cannot sing. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys are bringing back too many memories, okay? I remember the box. You know what's so crazy though? My Greatness. The box, you could only get that if you lived in Minneapolis, okay? So when I was growing up in like, I don't know, like 4th, 5th grade, we were living in St. Paul at the time. So we did not have access to the box. But my auntie, she had the box and she lived in Minneapolis. So when I would go stay at my aunt and uncle's house on the weekends and stuff like that, I would love going over there because they had the box. And they play like a lot more videos. There was a lot more options. I don't know why, but you could never get the box in St. Paul. You had to live in Minneapolis. A lot of folks are like, what the hell is the box? The box was the shit. Anybody who grew up in the 90s, you know what the box was. You would call in, you would, give them X amount of dollars or whatever, like, $1 or something. You would pick your video and they would play it over and over. I remember Lady of Rage. I write Russ and stuff with my Afro puffs. Yeah, next is from the Twin Cities. They're supposed to be like doing something together. They're from the Twin Cities. Did somebody just say cross colors? I remember cross colors used to be really popular. How long have we been on here? Oh my goodness. It's already almost 9:30. Here goes my thing freezing up again. We have 952 people in here. So I wanted to tell you guys about this, okay? Since I haven't done a video on it, and I'm not going to. I wanted to talk about it on the live stream. There's a 26-year-old woman. Her name is Lisette Calivalio. I don't know. Sorry, I butchered her last name. But basically, she admitted that she went into $10,000 worth of debt trying to become an Instagram star. She wanted to be Instagram famous. So what she did is that she moved to New York City from Miami in 2013, and she was claiming to her followers that she was living like a Sex in the City type lifestyle. So I'm just trying to read some of the stuff on here. So even though she was struggling, and you guys know New York City is a really expensive city, so even though she was struggling, she'd be putting stuff on her credit cards, going on extravagant vacations, shopping sprees, monthly memberships to luxury goods. So that way she could, like, be like, oh, I have this Fenty Beauty, whatever. It costs $500. So she could front to her audience. So what ended up happening is that she found herself in debt. And so she'd like go to like these far off places like, Italy and the UK, just to take pictures, by like, let's say she goes to Paris. She wants to take pictures by the Eiffel Tower just to make it look like she had it like that. So I'm thinking this lady has like 1 million followers or something. When I tell you, she probably didn't have I think she had like under like 6,000 followers. And I'm sitting here like, and she's a grown woman. It's not like she's 18, 19, she's in her 30s. But it just goes to show you how so many people are being, their minds are being warped by social media. And they feel like they have to brag about everything and put on, a fake persona. When I read that story, I was just like, you're too old to be out here fronting and stunting for the gram. Like, are you serious? Like, you're going into debt just to front. Like, you're not even getting sponsorships from Instagram. Like, nobody's sending you a check to, like, send you to the UK or to send you to Paris. You're literally spending your own money that you don't have, that you can't afford, and you're getting yourself into debt just to front for people on social media. So I bring this up to say this. Don't look at people's lifestyles on social media and envy them, because you're only seeing a small fraction. I mean, think about it. When people post stuff on Instagram, they're only posting the good. So that right there should show you that there's definitely more to the story. People are only showing you the good. They're only coming on there when their face is beat. You know what I'm saying? Looking immaculate. They're only coming on there to show you a new outfit when their body's on point, or when they're coming to show off a new handbag or some shoes and stuff like that. You'll never see somebody posting on Instagram, maybe, but rarely if ever, that their car is about to be repossessed, or that they can't afford their home and they're about to go into foreclosure, or that they have a bunch of credit card bills. Like, people are only going to put their best foot forward for the gram because they want to front and stunt for other people. And so what I want to say for like the young kids who follow these social media, socialites and personalities, don't look at what they're doing and take it to heart, or feel like because they have this and that and you don't, that there's something wrong with you, because you never know how that person accumulated it. Yeah, they might be showing off their red bottoms. They might be showing off their handbag or whatever, but they might also be sitting their ass in $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of debt just because they want to front to the gram. I'm going to go ahead and read some more comments. Dang, this water is good. Yes, under 6K. Under 6K. I honestly thought she would have 1 million subscribers. I mean, 1 million followers on Instagram. Nope. She didn't even have 10,000. I'm just like, damn. And she's 26. Like, you too old to be out here perpetrating for Instagram. Like, I understand the little young kids, 18, 19. Like, Instagram ain't even your era. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Amaya says, it may look glamorous on the outside, but on the inside, behind closed doors, dang, it just disappeared. I'm trying to read what you're writing. That's what Facebook is for, the criers. Yeah, people on Facebook, honey, they be going through it. Tree in the House says, I want to be seen. Look at me, please. What's up, Keisha? That's the social media illness. Attention is the new money. Yep, it's true. Like the way some people act, like you would honestly think they were getting paid in likes and hearts. Like I never understood that. Me and my homie had a conversation the other day, and he was telling me that basically on Facebook, one of his friends called him and was like, well, I posted something on my Facebook page and I noticed it got a bunch of views. Like, I guess he might have posted like a video. You know how people, you know how everybody on Facebook is a damn, guru. Everybody wants to do Facebook Live now and, do motivational speeches and all that shit. So I guess he had did that. And, how you can see how people, how many people watched you. So he had a bunch of people watching him, but nobody commented. Nobody commented, nobody liked it. So then he started calling people. His homeboy started calling people, and he had called him and was like, I'm not understanding. Like, you guys are clearly watching my videos that I'm posting on social media, on Facebook. Why are you guys not saying anything? Why are you guys not liking it? I'm posting pictures. Why are you not liking my pictures? When I tell you this is a grown man in his late 30s calling people, confronting them about not liking his status on Facebook. Like, when I tell you social media has just changed this whole world. And because, we grew up in an era where there was no social media, I just don't get it. It's like, put the stuff out there and let the chips fall where they may. I didn't know that people had to like everything you posted or that people had to like everything that you decided to share onto social media. But that's why I tell you guys, social media likes, hearts, attention, all of that has the same effect as dopamine. And they knew that when they created Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they knew that every time you get a like, that's the dopamine. It does something to not only your brain, but it also does something to the ego. And that's why people are always trying to push the envelope more and more. Like, okay, I'm in my apartment in the Bronx and I'm taking a picture of this item and oh my God, 300 people like this. Huh. Well, now maybe if I, fly my ass to damn, Paris and take a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower, maybe I can get 10,000 people to like this. So people are literally doing stuff, chasing likes and chasing hearts. It's crazy. I don't know. Social media is going to be the death of society, I swear. I love social media because, I work on social media, of course, but it's just certain aspects of social media that just make me shake my head. Sabrina said, yes, T, tell them safe for the people in the back. Dominique says, I agree. They never show their personal lives on social media. And Ayana says, so you're saying they put on a facade. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. You'll be surprised at how many people that I met in LA who are famous, but they're literally living with like 4 and 5 roommates. They're showing out these mini mansions, but there's literally, 6, 7 people having to, go in on the rent. So a lot of people, don't be so boosted by those big houses. Some of them can't afford it. Don't get me wrong. Like the Drakes and the Nickys, like that's they shit. But then you got other people who are not A-list celebrities and they're front like they're A-list. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can get sponsorship deals. The old saying, fake it till you make it. That's what a lot of people are doing on social media. They feel like, okay, if they can fake it till they make it, eventually they'll get that big sponsorship deal. Eventually they'll get that, that supposed bag that they're chasing. And that's what this woman tried to do. And she found herself in a bunch of debt and nothing came her way. Not sponsorship deals, not nothing. Hell, she ain't even get a trip to Dubai, okay? Even them damn Dubai guys weren't checking for her ass. The story was on the, what was it on? It was on some website, the New York Post. You can find the story on the New York Post. Constance says, T, the big problem is everyone wants to feel important. IG and YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter are just exploiting people's vanities. You're very, very right about that. You are very right. DJ Stainless says, I'm a teacher and I tell my students that all the time. Not all things that glitter is gold. Yep, that's the truth. It's the truth. Like these kids, they're just so stuck on social media. Like, I don't know. It's definitely changing how people think about themselves too. They're even saying that plastic surgery, like facial plastic surgery, is on the rise. And it started rising with the popularity of selfies. Because, usually when we see people, we're used to seeing people, just face to face. Just like, face on. Well, when you're taking pictures and you're doing stuff for the gram, well, a lot of times people angle it, you're doing poses and, you're showing the angles in your face, your cheekbones. And people would notice, like, oh my God, when I turn my face this way on camera, there's a hump in my nose, or my nose is too big, or, just whatever. And then it started creating people running out, getting, their noses done, getting cheek implants, getting, lip injections, all because of this whole selfie culture. So it's really sad, it's a double-edged sword. While I love social media and I love the fact that I'm able to connect with people all over the world that I would never ever get a chance to meet, I also had to always remind myself, like, because I'm human. So sometimes looking at that stuff, it takes a toll on me. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a point where I would look at these girls' Instagram pages. And I'm like, damn, these chicks, they look so perfect. Like, how you got a 50-inch ass and you ain't got no stretch marks? You ain't got no cellulite? Like, bitch, what am I doing wrong? I'm sitting here working out and doing squats and shit. Like, what the hell? And then, it finally dawned on me. People were like, no, they're photoshopping their pictures. I didn't realize that, because for me, I would just take a picture and upload it. I might use a filter every now and then, but I didn't realize that people were like literally taking pictures and photoshopping them before they posted them onto Instagram. So a lot of us are chasing false perfection. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are comparing ourselves to people who are not even real themselves. So that's the sad part. Chicky Baby says people are very insecure. Why with Tasha K? Don't my girl look gorgeous? Hey, girl! I'm over here sipping tea. And she got the wine on lock. Oh my goodness. These comments are like just flying. Somebody said John Cena is racist. You talking about the wrestler? Say it ain't so. I like John Cena. Yes, Sabrina, surgery for selfies. Google it. Facial surgeries are on the rise because of selfies on Instagram and on social media. East Stomia says, hey T, I love you. I was wondering, as a businesswoman, what is your first big move to secure yourself and your hustle? Very interested in your commentary. I think the first big move to, like, to get like a hustle is like, you have to figure out what you want to do. A lot of people talk about, they want to do this and do that, but they're not serious about it. And I know I had a conversation with my friends the other day, because he was talking about how him and his buddies want to start like a podcast. They want to, like, start doing kind of like a talk show. And I said, okay, well, how long have y'all been working on this? He said, for the past 5 years. I said, 5 years? Y'all ain't serious. Because when you want to get something done, you're going to get it done. It shouldn't take you 5 years. So I think the first thing you should do whenever you're interested in starting a business or a hustle, write it down. Write down what it takes, research it, and then also find something that's not oversaturated. If I hear about somebody wanting to start a damn hair bundle business, it's oversaturated. Not only do you have regular women selling bundles, now you have these, Z-list reality TV stars selling bundles. So you have to find a different hustle. Find something that you're passionate about. You know what I mean? Research it, trademark it if you need to. Research, but write down everything that you're interested in doing. Write down certain goals, what type of business you want to run, what type of hustle you want to run. Write that down, and then, like I said, just really, really research it and be serious about it. Because so many times people speak stuff like, I really want to do this, but then they get demotivated, or they feel like, well, it's going to take too much time. It's going to take too much effort. You have to be serious about it, because nobody's going to do the work for you. So that's the first thing I would say is, find something that you're passionate about, and find something that you seriously want to get involved in, that you seriously want to do. And if you want to do it, then it's going to work itself out. Let's see here. Gamer Zero, thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. He says, love your content. Your platform will continue to grow. And social media is an addictive drug. It's amazing folks are just realizing that people will eventually want their privacy back. And that will be the new thing. It really is. It really is. And, even for me, I call it social media fasting. That's why sometimes I'll just disappear. I'll take a whole day off. I won't tweet. I won't do anything. And let me tell you something. After I had my surgery, because I legit couldn't even hold my MacBook, okay? I really couldn't do anything. I was laid up for almost 8 weeks. I had major surgery. So all I could do, like I told y'all last week, was just lay in my, Tempur-Pedic bed. I have like an adjustable bed. All I could do was just lay in my bed, up, down, you know what I'm saying? And demand more food. And I had my remote controls and all that stuff so I could watch Netflix and things. But when I tell you, I think I had the best sleep of my life in those 8 weeks. Because I keep a Fitbit. This is my Fitbit. And I wear this because it tracks my walks, my steps, my sleeping. Because my sleeping is very interrupted because of social media, because of editing. I have a very crazy sleep schedule. I sleep when I can. Sometimes I don't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm up editing. And then, I might sleep until 1. But then other times I can't sleep in that late because then I got to be up. The kids come in the room. They're getting ready for school. So my sleep is just really, really crazy. So if I can get a good 6 hours of sleep, honey, it's a blessing. It's like, I'm like, thank you, Lord, 6 hours. But when I was forced off of social media because I couldn't use my MacBook, I couldn't do anything, I'll admit that was some of the best sleep I had. It really was. And I think that's why a lot of people are just groggy and irritated and angry because they're so connected. And that's what I try and tell myself now, like at least once a month, just disconnect from everything for like a whole day or two. Just disconnect. Don't tweet. Don't Instagram. Don't make a video. Don't edit. Don't do anything with social media. Go out and enjoy the real world. Go out and meet people. Go out and mingle. Like we still need that as human beings. We need to feel, other people's energies and things like that. That's why a lot of times I just like to go out and I just like people watching and just watching folks. But the sad thing is like when I go out to people watch, what's everybody doing? Everybody's like this. They're in the phones. So it's almost like I'm watching people in their phones on social media, so it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's a double-edged sword. Why I love social media. I love the fact that we're able to, to connect with each other. I also feel like technology has also distanced ourselves as well. I mean, how many people are at the dinner table and they're on their phones and not really communicating? They're talking on their phones. Like I've watched people sit and text each other and it's like, dude, you guys are right next to each other. And I remember watching that in Don't Be a Menace. And it's funny now looking back at it. That was a skit that the Wayans brothers put in that movie where they're coming out the liquor store and the guy has a cell phone and he calls. And then the other guy next to him, the cell phone rings and he's like, you ready? He's like, yep, let's go. And they walk off together. And that was so funny. And that was so crazy to us back in the 90s because it's like, who would do that? Who would just be, standing next to somebody calling them on the cell phone? But now, fast forward, I don't know, 15 years, now we do that. We'll be literally, right next to somebody, texting somebody, Snapchatting them, and they're right there in front of our faces. So it's crazy. Brandy Ladonna says, love you, T girl. Keep queening. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. You guys are just too sweet. Gil said, like that episode on Black Mirror. I love Black Mirror. If you guys haven't watched Black Mirror on Netflix, it's really good. There was one, honey, that freaked me the hell out. She brought her dead boyfriend back to life. Like he was like in like one of those sex doll type things, and they were able to like bring his voice and spirit back. It was so creepy. Black Mirror, that show is a trip. I really like it. I'm trying to read like all these comments. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:39. So I'm gonna get ready to jump off of here. This has been just awesome. Lots of just really cool conversations. Everything's going so fast. Moonchild said, I'm 23. I've never been on social media. When people find out that I don't take part in it, they look at me like I'm damn crazy or something. I'm too prideful to let social media influence my self-esteem. That's good. Yeah, I have a brother. He doesn't have a Facebook. He doesn't do Twitter. He doesn't do, like, he's just not a social media person. He's a real world person. He just does not do it. Like, he's always shook. Like, we're out together and somebody recognizes me from YouTube. He's just be confused. Like, why do they come up to you? Like, you're just TT. Like, what the hell they run up to you for? He just does not get it. He does not understand what I do. I don't think my brother's ever, my one brother, I don't think he's ever even watched my YouTube videos. I mean, he goes on YouTube, but I don't think he's ever even sat and watched my videos. Because I asked him one time, like, do you watch me on YouTube? He's like, for what? Oh, okay, bro. You know, so he's that type. So there are people out there who they don't do social media, and it's funny because he does no social media. Meanwhile, I'm a YouTuber, you know, and we're in the same family. So I don't think it's anything to judge somebody over. Everybody has their own preference, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Phoenix says, "I love your channel. You have such a positive attitude." Thank you so much, Phoenix. I appreciate it. Asia Muhammad donated 12. Thank you so much, Asia. Rena Love says, like my brother, LOL. Yep, it's the truth. Weird Maxine says, shout out to a fellow African. I use social media a lot, but I don't see what's so special about it sometimes. Yeah. No, Nord, you didn't miss me. I'll be leaving soon, but you know what? I'm having fun with this. I'm really liking the live streams. So I'm going to come back. We decided on Patreon to come back Sunday. So my live streams for you guys will be on Sundays between 7ish to 7:30. So every Sunday, this is what we're gonna do because it was a lot of people doing shows during the week. I kind of just was paying attention to like different YouTubers, like big YouTubers, black YouTubers, and so I just didn't want to, do anything to like the same that they're doing it. And I figured since a lot of people were live streaming during the week, and I know my audience, a lot of y'all love reality television and stuff like that. So I didn't want to live stream, why everybody's watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I said, you know what, Sundays would be the best because in that way on Sundays we can recap everything that happened during the week. We can talk about it in the chat room. We can just chop it up. And then, it'll get you guys ready for work in the morning. So it'll be nice to, just, chill, chop it up, have a good time Sunday night, get y'all relaxed for bed, and then y'all can go to work with a smiling face and then run to the bathroom and watch my videos, okay? Because y'all be cracking me up with that, like, T, I'm in the bathroom watching your videos right now. My boss is looking for me. I'm like, please don't get fired trying to sip some damn tea and trying to sip some tea in the toilet. Like, don't get fired, okay? That always cracks me up. And I see some other people donating. Thank you so much, Marina Hernandez. I love you too, baby. I appreciate it. Katai Kaboom says, I unplugged for a month and now I don't even want to post. Yeah, when you detox from social media, I'm telling you, it took me a while to like even like get back to like making YouTube videos after my surgery because I'm in 8 weeks without editing and it was just weird. Even when I was trying to edit, I'm like, okay, how do I do this again? Like, girl, quit playing. You know how to damn edit. But it was just nice to like have that break. It really was. Christ says, next time I get paid, I'm joining your Patreon. Thank you so much. Ed says, what do you think of Wendy Williams being back on television? I'm glad she's back. I have no issues with Wendy Williams. You know what I'm saying? She paved the way for a lot of us. I'll always give her props on that. But she's back. She's her same, messy self, and she's doing what she's doing. So I'm sure she's glad to be back. Jerry O'Connell damn sure did a good job. He did a really good job taking her place and, hosting for her while she was gone. Hopefully she's rested and she's, able to, she has her health and everything together. But yeah, I'm glad she's back. Oh, okay. Last but not least, before I leave, because I'm going to leave at 10. Let me check something really, really quick here. I want to... Oh. This thing is so weird. Somebody said, hey, from Guyana. Hello. I said, we got people all over the world here, and I love it. Because I know people were asking me before about Kaya. I guess they said that Shekinah pulled up on her. Shekinah and Maddie supposedly pulled up on her. But then when I watched the video of Kaya talking about this situation, she was going off and she was saying they didn't pull up on her, that Shekinah put up on Michelle Brown. And I guess Michelle Brown is the lady that runs the AT Alien, straight out of the blog. And I did watch her live stream that she did with Kaya the other day. And one thing I'll say is this. The vibe I got from Michelle, being somebody who's from the damn hood, Michelle's not about that life. And so what Michelle needs to do is be very, very careful with the type of energy she's putting out there. I understand she's trying to get the latest, news and, her and Kaya are real cool. The thing about Kaya is that Kaya has no filter. And Kaya is secure with who she is. You know what I'm saying? She's a hood chick. If she needs to fight your ass, she will. She got to pull out a strap, she will. You know, like, Kaya knows that there's certain consequences that come with, you know, the things that she says, and she's okay with that. The whole time Michelle was talking about she's scared for her life, she's getting death threats, and then I think she made another video talking about, you know, she feels like she's in Love and Hip Hop because she kind of came to confront her. And I noticed her friend, the guy that she's always with, he was popping off more than Michelle. And Michelle saying that she, you know, if she needs to sue people, she will because she's getting threats. And I think that it's in Michelle's best interest that if she's that scared and she's that, you know, the whole situation is upsetting her, she may want to fall back from certain situations because you can't attach yourself to certain people and then say that you're scared for your life. It just doesn't make sense because she needs to realize that they may not check her, you know, while she's with Kaya because they know Kaya will take up for herself. But people can always find Michelle at the grocery store or when she's by herself. So if she's that scared, she needs to stay out of certain situations. I mean, that would be my best advice to her. You know, I think that, you know, she's out here doing her thing. I know she's been blogging for years. I've read her blogs and stuff throughout the years. But I just found it really disturbing that she's saying that she's scared for her life. You know, I didn't know it was that bad that she's getting threatened like that. I know we talked about it last week. People were saying she was getting death threats. And y'all know how I feel about that. I feel like there's no room for that at all. You can disagree with somebody. You can not like them. But to be calling them, threatening them, doxing them, that's such bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people feel like they can do that from the comfort of their anonymity. But I also think that she can't put herself in certain situations and then also, you know, pull the whole I'm going to sue or I'm scared card. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're that scared, then you shouldn't be in that situation. So that's how I feel about that because I know you guys were asking me, you know, what I thought about her getting confronted by Shekinah. And, you know, the whole situation is just really unfortunate how messy it's gotten. You know, I don't understand how all these people went from being cool and working together, being friends, to now, you know, folks are sending each other threats online. And, you know, it's like, do y'all's thing. You know, T.S. Madison, let her have her show and do her thing with her peoples. Let Kaya have her show and do her thing with her peoples. You know, like I told y'all last week, there's room for everybody to eat. It just makes no sense. People beefing, you know, sending threats back and forth. You know, let Michelle Brown do her thing. Let her have her show. It's just really sad that it's gotten to that point where she's getting confronted in the club. But again, you can't ride with certain people if you're not about that life. Hey, Daya. Angie's Brick says, my bad, so late. Don't worry about it. It is all good. Harmony says, T.S. Madison is a male. They are very sensitive. Levon the squad is everywhere. Oh, and I would never run for president. I'm good. My alarm is going off to take out the trash. I set myself reminders for everything. I swear I do. So I don't forget. SD says, in my opinion, oh, let me go back. I liked your comment. In my opinion, Michelle is trending on dangerous territory. I'd leave that shit alone if I was her. People are getting too hyped up over things that actually don't affect them. Strange that hold media has. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad because when I was watching her, you know, I felt bad for her because she legitimately, like, her homeboy seemed like, you know, he didn't care, like he was ready to do whatever, but she legit looked like really scared, you know. So that's my thing, is she's really scared like that. She may just want to fall back because it just seems like that's above her pay grade. You know, like, she just don't come off like she's about that life. She looks like the type, she's going to run to the police. She's going to file a police report. She's going to sue. I don't see her fighting and carrying a pistol and any of that. So she needs to realize that, you know, you just got a lot of really shady characters out here. And sometimes, like I told y'all before, it may not always be the energy that you're putting out, because she seems like a, you know, like a decent person, but it might be the energy around you. You know, so it might be other people's energies that are bringing that negativity to her, because it didn't seem like she was having all this drama before this whole T.S. Madison, you know, Kaya situation. So it's really unfortunate that she's going through that. Malachi says, hey, T, do you watch the rap game? I do watch the rap game. That is my show. I don't even know who the hell won. Go Street Bud, go Street Bud, go. I'm when I kept seeing the press, I said, who the hell is Street Bud? And he was like the sweetest little kid. I do watch it, but I didn't get to watch the grand finale, because I would watch Bring It On, and then I'd watch the rap game, and then I don't know what happened. The little Puerto Rican boy on there though, he could rap his ass off. I liked him. I don't know if he's Puerto Rican to mix, but he could rap his ass off. He was real good. Happy Girl said, T, black don't crack. You're proof of that. Love your videos. Thank you so much. The Simpsons says, do you think this calls for a Dragon Ball T episode? It might, because that's what when everybody's talking about the whole Kaya T.S. Madison situation. Brandon, you've been here since 2009. That's what's up. You are definitely an OG tea sipper. Oh my gosh. Mustang Gang says, what are some of the things you do to take your mind away from sex? As a guy, I want to start clean in every aspect of my life, stop doing drugs, and I rarely drink. It can be hard. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? It can be very hard, especially when you're attracted to somebody and stuff like that. For me, I can say the reason why I'm able to like just stay away from sex, I keep myself so busy. Like literally, I'm busy, like, just keeping myself busy. I'm always busy researching, finding stories, finding, new stuff, finding, topics to talk about on YouTube, editing. Editing definitely deadens my sex life, because editing takes so long. You know what I mean? So that definitely, the whole YouTube thing, it definitely takes a toll on your sex life, because it's hard to to edit for 8 hours straight, and then your mind is not on sex at all. So that's the main thing. Keep yourself busy. Find things to keep you busy and entertained, and that can kind of help the situation. But but the main thing too is, I just think for me, I just have not been on this whole trying to find a boyfriend thing. Like, I just really been just busy, just trying to take things to the next level, going to meetings, just really, really grinding. And I think, once I'm where I need to be, and once I'm comfortable where my brand is going, then at that point I can start, like courting and looking for like, a good man and all that stuff. But right now, like, my mind is just like really focused on business. And I know me, like, as far as sex goes, I get very emotionally attached to people. That's why I don't, there's nothing wrong with the whole homie lover friend thing, because I have homegirls and homeboys who do that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that if you're that type of person. I'm not. Like, I know how I am emotionally. I can't do the homie lover friend thing. I can't do that, because for me, like, sex is really important. So if I had sex with somebody, bitch, you're stuck with me for life. No, just like, not for life, but you know what I mean? Like, I can't just do that. Like, I can't be like, oh, we're just friends, and then I'm watching you, you know what I'm saying, talk to the next chick because we're not really dating, we don't have any titles, or I'm watching, step off with the next person. Like, that messes me up mentally and emotionally. So for me, I can't do the homie lover friend thing. So to keep my sanity, I'd rather just be celibate for now, you know what I'm saying, until I can get into like a committed relationship with one person. So I don't know. I hope that answered your question. Sex questions always make me all embarrassed and shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear about my damn dry ass sex life. People be like, oh, look at your bed. I'm like, yeah, don't shit happen back there at all. That bed ain't even been christened yet, okay? I'm such a weirdo. Like, my homegirls clown me all the time. Like, I can't believe you're celibate. You're so weird. Like, I'm like, it's like a running joke. You know what I mean? But when I eventually do decide to find somebody and I get some, y'all will probably not see me for like a whole month. I'm gonna be out. They'll be like, okay, T got a man, because she ain't making no videos. She's doing her thing. I'm gonna be gone for a while. Blissful Blue says she's inserting herself into their drama. That's what happens. Exactly. Yeah, you can't, have your opinion, then just kind of fall back. Chauncey says Chipotle is better than sex. Cindy says too many STDs out here. Kelbell 1979 says, right, I can't do that crap either. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I just can't do the homie lover friend thing, to each its own. But for me, I'm a very emotional person. I believe in soul ties. If you guys don't know what that is, Google it. Soul ties, is like when you have sex with somebody, like your souls tie and intertwine and all that shit. So for me, I don't want my damn soul tying with damn every man out there and shit. And then I'm picky too. So I know if Pete watches this video, he's gonna clown me because he's like, "You're such a size fiend." People on YouTube go at me about that all the time, like, "You're such a size fiend." I don't know if it's about being a size fiend, but I'm picky. Shit, I know what I like. Monica says, "Dust that dust out, girl." You sound like my homegirls. They tell me that all the time. I will. I will eventually. I'm just not ready to right now, but I will eventually. That's why I always laugh when people like, "Oh, she's such a whore. She's a slut." I'm like, "Bitch, where?" Like, I ain't had sex in like 2 years. Like, I wish. Jay says, "Can I introduce you to my uncle? What he look like?" Yes, you can. Oh my gosh, Tasha posted something on Instagram the other day about some man who had an 11-inch schlong, and I guess he was saying that he could not find any women who could take it. And you know, you just go onto Instagram and you're not, you don't know you're gonna find on your timeline. So, I'm just going onto Instagram, and then the man done posted his picture and everything, and I'm just sitting here laughing so hard. I was like, I could not believe what I read. And I'm like 11, and I'm like, scrolling through the pictures, and it's just the man. I was just hoping, I was hoping it'd be like a preview. And I'm like, oh, he's just gonna show his face. That's it. Okay, all right, Tasha, take this shit down. So I don't know, stuff like that just cracks me up. Just because you're not having sex don't mean that you can't have fun and be sexual and talk about, sex and stuff like that. So Leah says, "T, you had transformed. Your swag is nice. Your bag is right. Your king will come. Great advice. I thought I was the only one." Thank you so much. And that's what my dad tells me all the time. He's like, "We're praying for you. You'll eventually find a good man on your level who is, handling his business and, who will be not only a good man to you, but like, positive to your sons." Because that's the thing, I have boys, so I can't just be having any hook booger around my boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like, when you have kids, you have to be very, particular about who you have around them and the type of energies you have around them. Sin says, "How did you get into editing?" How I got into editing was when I would be in the hospital. One thing I do, have a lot of time in my hands. When I be in the hospital sick or just whatever, I would like always be researching different things and just teaching myself how to do stuff. So when I started doing YouTube videos, and back then, I didn't know nothing about editing. I would just, shoot straight videos. If I didn't have a thought, it'd be like, those videos was like so horrible when I first started on YouTube. So I wanted to learn how to edit and how to just, get better with stuff. So I would I'm self-taught. So I would watch videos. I would get editing books. I would take classes and stuff like that. But a lot of times when I'd be in the hospital, I would just be practicing. I'd have all the time in the world to practice in Final Cut, Adobe Premiere. And so I would just watch like a lot of tutorials and just teach myself. And now I have like so many different steps like memorized. So that's how I'm able to edit. And then I have like a really good memory, and I have like a good memory for like references. So that's why I can pull like so many references, like how I put that when I was talking about Amber Rose and her sniffing draws and stuff like that, how I put that Smokey reference from Friday, and then how I put that Don't Be a Menace reference when the baby's like, "Message." So I just have like a wide, memory for like a lot of things in pop culture. So that also helps with my editing. And then I create a lot of GIFs on my spare time. I have a whole folder in my drive with probably about 500 different GIFs. And everything is categorized because I'm such a damn nerd and I like things organized. Like if I show y'all my lipstick collection, like just my vanity, like everything has to be organized. All my lip glosses, the colors, everything. And so I have this whole folder of GIFs and everything. Like, so whatever the GIF is doing is categorized, it's named. So if I need to find a gift of somebody sipping tea, do a quick search, bam, there it is. I'm able to drop it in the file that I'm editing. So yeah, it's taken years to get to where I'm at. It didn't happen overnight, but I mean, I love it. I love editing. It can take a lot of work, but it's a stress reliever. It takes my mind off of a lot of stuff, especially sex. Oh my God, it's 10 o'clock, you guys. I can't believe I've been in here. I mean, 2.5 hours. Thank you, I Love Hip Hop, for the donation. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Thank you to everybody who came through. This was awesome. I will be back next Sunday. This will be a every Sunday thing, so you guys definitely come through. You guys asked so many good questions. Like I had like all these notes for stuff we're gonna talk about, but you guys kind of directed the show, so that works out great for me. I appreciate it. Hey, Lil Durk, you're late, baby. We're about to leave. I love Lil Durk. Juliana says sex is so overrated. The people who say that ain't getting none. I don't think it's overrated. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, I mean, it can be a good thing. I don't want, I'm not a prude now. You know what I'm saying? Get yours. But, some people act like they just can't live with it. And I don't think it's that serious. You can definitely live without sex, okay? But I don't think it's like overrated. I mean, if you're with somebody and you're, if you're married, or you have a boyfriend, you're in a monogamous relationship, or even if it's just a, homie, lover, friend thing, if y'all connect sexually, sex is a wonderful thing. And it's a great way to burn energy and, what I'm saying, and to release stress. I would never knock sex. It's a good thing. I'm just the loser right now who's on some damn celibate shit. So, whatever. Oh, my goodness. Smart, are you looking for any interns? I'm working from home already. Yeah, I might be. I'm always looking for people to help do different stuff. I have quite a few bloggers and stuff right now, but I might be looking for some interns. Just send me an email. Thank you, Gil. I appreciate you. Gil just posted my Patreon link. If you guys want to join the Patreon, definitely do that. Brandon says, what happened to Ronan? Nothing. Ronan is still my best buddy, honey. He's probably at work right now. Ronan's been real busy working and everything else, but he's doing good. I talked to him the other day. Me and him will always be just very, that's my heart right there. I will always love me some Ronan. The Simpsons, what about me being a teen with a high sex drive? Well, teens have high sex drives. Just be careful, because you don't want to end up being a teen parent, okay? That's something I'll say to the teens out here having with the damn high sex drive. There's consequences for them high sex drives. You want to be safe and strap up and everything else. No, you didn't miss the live stream. Khalil says the pissy pie piper. I miss that meme. I really do. We need to get an R. Kelly store. R. Kelly needs to trend again so I can use the pissy pie piper meme. And the dude in that video, he's so cool. He's like, oh, you used my clip. I love it because I'm getting more views to my video now. That dude is so dope. He can like play the flute and do hip hop dances and everything else. Very talented. Oh, let me read these last super chats. So Careful Please said, I'm with you, T. I'm 28-year-old guy, and I won't do the homie lover friend thing. Your dad sounds like my mom. You will find somebody good for you. I tell her I'm not looking. My life is in a great place. Thank you so much for the donation. And I'm so glad I'm not alone. Because sometimes I be feeling like, dang, I'm just weird. Like what the hell is wrong with me? But I'm glad I'm not alone. Ray Sean said, good night. I just joined your Patreon. Thank you so much, Ray Sean. Oh, Little Dirk, thank you for the $9.99, baby. I appreciate it. Always in the comment section. They be cracking me up. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Yes, today I had time, and I'm going to have time next Sunday. So make sure y'all join me. It'll be between 7 and 7:30. I'll probably just do what I did again on YouTube. Just post a quick video letting y'all know. Because I know a lot of people were saying they weren't getting notifications. So that's why I posted that video as a notification for everybody. So thank you guys so much. Let me pull up my live stream OBS and shut this down. So I'll see you guys next Sunday, and I'll be spilling some more tea for you guys throughout the week, okay? Everybody have a good evening. Have a good day at work. Have a good day at school. Stay safe. All that good stuff. I will talk to you guys later. Good night.